man made in the image of God.
Why does he have to get to that level for you N-words to know that the boogeyman is the boogeyman? Why do you have to spank you guys first?
Because he has to do boogeyman stuff to be called the boogeyman.
But he's shown you.
He's showing me now, and I said he's the boogeyman.
Okay. But when he showed Big Sean, and I keep going back to that. How can you rap on a man's song and this man is too scared to be like, nah, I'm taking that off because you're talking to me on my own song? I
don't view it that way. Thank you, Big Sean, for doing something for hip hop. Goddamn.
Okay, we're gonna move on because I can't believe you Drake fans, you Big Sean fans, and you're both, which just makes it worse.
And I'm a Kendrick fan.
Yeah. Okay. Well, if you say so, brother. But it's been reported. It's been exposed. Some might say it's been some espionage is happening in OVO. Somebody's leaking the reference tracks that we've never heard before. And I think it's academics. I know it sounds funny, but I think it's academics. I'll be real. I think it's academics. It's either academics or one of those brothers that Drake was talking about. Oh yeah, that he's a clown, and they just got upset. So now they're releasing all the what was it called? Reference tracks. You heard it? You heard the reference tracks?
Yeah.
We'll play it later. We're not gonna play it now, but that boy need a little help, man.
Okay.
Hey, man, boy need a little help, man.
Okay.
You can't tell me your pen is straight. God, yeah, MC top 5, or not top 2, but I'm not 2, or no. But it was word for word.
It was word for word.
It was word for word. It was word for word. Okay, I'll give you this. It was 75%.
75%?
Yes, he was, brother.
75%?
Do you want us to play side by side? We could do that. The song is here.
Before we continue, are you doing this for entertainment purposes?
Oh, I'm podding today.
Or is this your opinion?
I'm podding. I'm not going to make it clear. I'm podding.
Okay.
I am podding.
Okay. For the sake of the pod, I'll bite the bullet. But
no, say what you.
No, I've already given my opinion on this though.
When we just started the podcast, you haven't.
No, we've done it on previous podcasts.
But this is this episode. Respond to what I just said. Does that boy need so much help though? Like,
I don't know how much help he needs, but I know his pen is capable.
I don't know. I'm starting to doubt that.
That's fine. I don't see an issue if you start to doubt it.
I'm starting to look at it like, wait, hold on. Is it really capable though? That's what I'm asking questions. Because I know. I'm going to go back to what I've said before. Some of the stuff that he's wrote for other people has been phenomenal. That's why I'm caught in two minds. I'm like, wait, hold on.
But if you're saying his pen is questionable, you'd have to assume that he's written nothing that he's performed.
Wait, say that again?
You would have to be assuming that he's written nothing he's performed.
Nah, that's not necessarily. Not necessarily. Because you don't know exactly what he's written and what he hasn't.
But you'd have to go off the assumption that he's written most of what he's performed.
That's what I'm saying. But that should
But
be
you'd literally have to choose. Okay, because I saw this reference track, that means I'm saying most of what he's written before, most of what I know Drake's music to be, has been written for him. You'd have to make that decision.
Yeah, no, but what I'm saying is this: we don't know, because that could be true, and the opposite could also be true, where it's like not as much as we think is written for him has been written for him. So me not knowing makes me look at it a little bit different. Like I don't know.
Okay.
Because when I hear J. Cole, I know for a fact he's writing most of the stuff.
How do you know for a fact?
Because J. Cole makes very personal music. He doesn't chase the hits.
Okay.
You know, like, and when you hear J. Cole's songs, it sounds like he's talking about his experience.
Okay.
Kendrick Lamar, when you hear Kendrick Lamar's songs, it sounds like he's talking about his experience.
Okay.
Mob Tie was not Drake's experience.
Cool. What about the rest of it?
I don't know.
So
now I'm caught in limbo.
So when you heard Swimming Pools, what did you think?
I think that could have been written for Kendrick.
Drake wrote it.
But that's what I'm saying. Swimming Pool is not one of the songs
But Drake also has those songs that are not one of the songs that are very personal. So it's just
How do we
up
know
to
that
picking and
Drake wrote
choosing.
Swimming Pool?
No, he wrote Swimming Pool originally for Nothing Was the Same, but then he was gonna give it to ASAP.
Yeah.
But he ended up giving effing Problems to ASAP. And he ended up giving Swimming Pools to Kendrick.
Well, he wrote effing Problems.
Yeah, bro. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
How do we... Can we prove this? Is this like proven?
Yeah, you can just Google. You can literally just Google it.
Okay, and his name's there. Credits.
His name should be in the credits. Well, he was on the verse. He was on both songs.
Yeah, I know.
But yeah,
but that doesn't mean that he wrote their verse.
No. If you were researching and looking at the time of Nothing Was the Same, those are two songs that's like, because he has his own versions of those songs.
Alright. Just looking a little funny in the light. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, man.
We'll get more into it later. Let me do my intro and then we'll get more into it. But hey, man, it's not a good time for light. Oh, sorry, can you bookmark that? It's not a good time for your light skin brothers. Ever since the boogeyman popped out, brothers have not been acting like themselves. Brothers have not, like, yeah, here we go with J. Cole. Grippy. She got them hips, so I call her a hippie. What is going on with you light-skinned brothers? Legacy, please speak to it.
Why would I speak to it?
Because you're the light-skinned representative.
I'm not light-skinned, I'm brown.
now you don't want to claim your light-skinned brothers.
I've never claimed light-skinned.
Yes, you have.
No, I haven't.
I remember an episode where I argued with you that you're not light-skinned.
I'm brown. I've never... No, you argued that I am light-skinned, and I said I'm not.
No, you was claiming light-skinned.
I've never claimed light-skinned.
I'm gonna have to dig in the crates and bring back the episode.
And those brothers are half and half.
Yeah, half and half. And light skin is the same to black people. It's all the same.
Is it? It didn't seem like that a couple weeks ago.
I'm not talking about.
It didn't seem like that a couple weeks ago. They was talking crazy. It wasn't just the black Israelites. It was everybody.
No, it wasn't everybody.
Okay.
It wasn't everybody.
Okay.
It was just the black Israelites.
Okay.
Man, come on.
Like it's Wrigley's.
Okay. What is J. Cole on? You know what? I'm doing my intro and then we'll get to that. Do you want to say anything on behalf of your brothers?
On behalf of J. Cole.
Both your brothers.
On a Cash Cobain song, knowing his audience, do you think... Okay, if you're riding the short bus, do you play In the Night Garden or do you play Mozart?
You know the answer to that.
Okay, then. Play your intro.
Alright, this is how I'm gonna start it. Test it, 1, 2, 3. Overnight. Come on, man. Shout out to the 2000s and the late 90s, man. I'm not gonna lie, hip hop's never getting back to that. Ever. It's never getting back to that. And as great as Drake is, if it was about in the 90s, he's not gonna be where he is today.
You don't think so?
At all. Not even close. You know why I say that?
Why?
Because there was a lot more rappers that was actually barring. People cared about the lyrics.
Yeah.
Then, and on top of that, there was a lot of producers also that were producing at a higher level
Okay. So
than they are now.
why wouldn't Drake be?
Because his songs just wouldn't be.
But he wouldn't make the songs that he makes now if he was around in that time.
Okay, if you say so, bro.
What?
Okay.
All right.
Okay, I think he would. Is my point. I think he would. I think Drake would try to get some of that certified lover boy off. Early Drake would have thrived. But Drake from like 2018, 2019 onwards.
But he wouldn't be that Drake if the landscape was that.
Yes, he would.
Because when the landscape was that, he wasn't this Drake.
That's not true. When the landscape was that, he was acting in movies or in TV shows.
Yeah. But he was still making music. And then when he came out...
No, he wasn't, man. He started making music 2007. I'm talking about late 90s, early 2000s.
Oh.
Early 2000s.
Oh, we'll never know.
Yeah, we'd never know. But do you know what we do know?
What?
He don't write all of his lyrics.
Okay.
Can you say he's big free if he doesn't write all his lyrics?
Yeah.
Say that again. Come again.
Yes.
I'm taking me personally.
Okay.
I'm taking Drake out of the big free.
All right, good for you. So, are you taking him out because he hasn't wrote every single song he's ever put out?
I'm taking him out because there's too many reference tracks that we've heard now where it's like, damn near gave you the whole song. Damn near. And don't get me wrong, let me make a distinction. If we're talking about hip-hop artists, he's still probably number one. If we're talking about a rapper, like rap, because being a rapper, you have to, like, it has to be damn near 100% of your own pen.
Okay, I see that argument.
The only time where you're allowed as a rapper is when someone gives you a suggestion, oh, take this word out. And
are we saying,
this one.
okay, wait, are we saying hip-hop artist, rapper, or are we saying MC? Because those are three different things.
Rapper and MC, I'm saying.
Rapper and MC?
Yeah, because for you to be an MC, lyrics matters too. Yep, lyrics matters too.
But I think lyrics matter more as a rapper, and then as an MC, it's more of a package deal. Because MC stands for Master of Ceremonies, obviously. So it's lyrics, it's performance, it's engagement, it's stage presence.
Okay, let's just stick with rapper then.
Okay, rapper.
I'm saying as a rapper.
I wouldn't be mad at that.
Yeah.
Even though I have an argument, but I wouldn't be mad at that.
Because when we talk about the big three, we're talking about the big three rappers.
So can he not be a big three rapper because he hasn't written every single song he's ever put out? I just want to make that distinction clear. I want to be extremely clear.
Let me sip some water first. Because I know where you're going with this.
I just want to see...
No, I know where you're going with this.
Where we're going with it. I just want to see what the basis of the... Because if you're saying hip-hop artist, he can still be big three. That's what I consider him. Yeah, cool.
Okay. But as a rapper...
Because my I have different lists. I have hip-hop artists, I have lyricists, I have performers.
That's true.
He's not in my big three for lyricists. So I don't have an issue with that.
Yeah, no, he's not in my big three. Definitely not for lyricists anymore.
Neither is Kendrick or Cole. For lyricists, no.
Kendrick is not in your big three. Cole, I'm not even talking about Cole.
He's in my top 10, not in my big three.
No, your big three for lyricists.
No, that's insane. That's insane.
You're insane for saying that.
That's for lyricists.
Lyricist, yes. Lyricist. Kendrick Lamar is in top 3.
Insanity.
Absolutely. No questions asked. Have you heard Damn? Have you heard To Pimp a Butterfly? Have you... you still think...
Nah,
damn,
bro. Nah, again, there's some crazy, tough people up there.
So who's your top 3?
I'm sorry, what did you say?
Huh?
What did you say?
I said the Drake bias is crazy.
That's not Drake bias. Drake isn't there either. How is that a Drake bias?
Nah, I know, but you Drake fans do this thing where...
What is this you Drake fans thing? I'm a hip-hop fan. I said he's not in my...
narrative.
I'm not... He's not in my big 3.
I got my brush out.
No. He's not in my big 3 lyricists.
Okay, but why? Tell me why.
I just think there's some insane lyricists out there.
Like who?
Black Thought.
Okay.
Insane.
Okay.
For me personally, Jadakiss is up there for me.
Jadakiss is up there before...
Insane.
Kendrick Lamar.
Absolutely. Jadakiss is one of my favorite artists ever. Absolutely.
You're insane.
Absolutely. I got Mos Def somewhere there. I got Andre 3000 somewhere there. So he can't be big 3 because I'm not putting him ahead of any of those people. He's not going ahead of any of those people.
My top 3 lyricists of all time, I would even say
Lil Wayne is somewhere up there. He's not.
Lil Wayne top 5 for sure.
Yeah.
Top 5. For me, it's Kendrick, because I don't think anyone manipulates lyrics as much as Kendrick.
Huh?
In hip hop of all time, I'm telling you my opinion. Number one. I'm telling you my opinion. You can stick with your opinion. I understand it. I accept it. I receive it. Pause. But I accept it. Me, Kendrick he manipulates lyrics in ways that we haven't even seen before. Yes, I'm telling you that now. It's cool.
Okay.
It's cool. It's cool. I know maybe you don't understand some of the stuff that I'm talking about, but the way that he puts together themes, lyrics, metaphors on a whole different level, similes, like, it's crazy. Sometimes when I'm listening to his songs, it's like I'm watching an Alfred Hitchcock movie. But put that aside. Number 2, this is a little bit biased for me, but Nas. And yes, Nas.
No, I'm not.
I can see your reaction.
I'm not upset at Nas being there.
Okay, and number 3, I'm gonna have to give Lil Wayne, or I'll be honest with you. Number 3 is Royce da 5'9" for me. You know, Royce da 5'9" for sure. For sure, I can't remember the name of the album, but there's one album where he rapped about doing a robbery, and the way his story told on that album was insane. And I give Nas number 2 because there's 2 particular songs that made me realize that he's above all of these N-words. The first song, he was rapping about being a gun. And the second song, he rapped about him and his boys robbing some, or getting like some gang retaliation, but he rapped the whole story backwards. Have you heard that song?
No.
It's called Rewind.
No, I haven't.
Insane. But anyways, let's get back to Drizzy.
In the comments, leave your top 3 lyricists.
Yeah, that's a little bit of a tangent there. But how do you feel about when you saw the reference tracks? How do you feel?
I didn't really feel anything. I just wanted to hear what it was before and what it turned into. My take on reference track is fine. I don't see anything wrong with a reference track.
So you think a rapper should be using reference tracks?
Yeah, I don't mind. I don't think there should be a rapper who's just made up of reference tracks, like they don't have any ability, no pen ability. At that point, you're just like a, what's it called? The front man.
Yeah. You're Milli Vanilli.
Yeah, there's nothing you add to
this song or anything like that. And also, yeah, you're right, because when I listened to the reference track, I was like, Drake's is better.
Yeah, because but the reason I feel that way is because I've always had that take. I think we've talked about it before. Even during the beef when they tried to say, oh, this guy made the N95 record for Kendrick, which isn't true. But even when that came out, I was like, even if that's true, so what? Because like,
I know, but my thing is this though, like, because okay, say for example, you heard a reference track to back, that doesn't change anything for you.
It does.
See, exactly. Do you know what I'm saying?
No, but that's because there's certain thing, because that's an MC moment. Yeah, that's different. Like if Kendrick had something like that on one of his, like say for example, a diss track is crazy.
Say for example, it came out Euphoria, the reference track.
That's unacceptable. Absolutely,
I'm gonna have to take Kendrick out.
Insanely unacceptable. And
that's kind of why. Okay, but I'll let you finish your point.
I don't think none of those guys would do that, because
you're only saying that because you haven't seen any evidence of it. What if tomorrow or a year's time or 2 years time something drops where it's like I'm listening to Sci-Hi the Prince and he's like, wait, hold on, is that 4 a.m. in Toronto I'm hearing? What the like, come on. And that's kind of where I am with this, because it's like, wait, hold on a minute. I know the music industry to be kind of like a front a little bit. You know what I'm saying? There's so many things that's hidden. Mm-hmm. If that happens, then I'm going to have to just take away the rapper badge from Drake. Or even Kendrick, whoever it is. I don't care.
I think that's fair to say you take it away from anyone.
But right now, I'm not taking away the rapper badge from Drake at all.
Absolutely not.
I just don't think it's top 3. Maybe top 5.
That's fine. I think he should be top 10 in anybody's list. But that's my opinion.
I agree.
I just prefer him as an artist, so he's in my top 3.
All right.
But yeah, as far as reference tracks go, I think because of the beef and Kendrick winning and people being like, oh, what's Drake now, right? And people's perception of Drake being shaky, I think it allows for certain things to
seep through.
Not even to seep through, to cause more of a uproar than they actually are.
Okay.
Because like, my take on reference tracks and everything, I'm surprised that people think people don't have reference tracks, because my understanding of music and what music is collaborative work. That's
true, but collaboration to a certain extent.
Yeah, but that certain extent hasn't been, at least for the Drake reference tracks, hasn't been crossed, because
I think with this one it has, because what makes this different, Mob Ties, is that like it's pretty much the same song. Drake made minimal changes that made the song better as a whole.
Yeah.
But the backbone, the back structure of the song, when we heard it from Vory, is what the song is. Do you get what I'm saying?
But when you say back structure, as in what?
It's like, let's listen to it. Let's listen to it real quick. Let's listen to it. Some help. Okay, you changed that part. See, not so far. Not that much has been changed. Slight tweaks. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Slight tweaks. That was crazy.
How far into that clip was that?
About like a minute.
Was
30.
that basically all of it?
I mean, yeah. There's only 20 seconds left.
See, this is my problem. There's a verse on there.
I get what you mean. This is just the.
Do you know what that is?
Yeah, hook.
That is an artist with going into the booth with a beat and working out the melody. When we got to that, he's figuring out the cadence.
Yeah.
So the song wasn't finished in any capacity. Even the verse is clearly Drake's verse.
Yeah.
Because yes, what we heard before is a pre-hook, a hook into a pre-hook.
Yeah.
And then the verse is completely different.
Yeah.
So what exactly is 90% of the song that people are talking about?
You're right. Let me play Drake's one though, just so I have this. But I think
It's
I understand
far,
what you're
when
saying.
you listen to it, it's far different.
Yeah, I
But
mean,
the reason I don't blame people is because the melody is the driving factor of the song, is the part that people remember.
Exactly, and that's kind of what I was gonna say. And but I wouldn't take it away from him because it's not like Vory wrote his verse.
Yeah, but it's not. Vory clearly didn't write his verse, and most of the finesse of the hook Drake took. Okay, because obviously the ideas
good,
come to him in a way that's like, I'm trying to figure this thing out.
Yeah,
and Drake has clearly added onto it and taken some of what it is, because
Drake tweaked it a little bit. He tweaked the.
Because what people have to understand is, if you, it's so weird. Because I wish that people that were like actively making music.
Turn us up a little bit. Is it like levels or something?
What do you mean?
You can't turn up our voice a little bit more, or is that?
I can't. It's gonna be loud though. I wish people that I know, a couple writers spoke and said stuff, but obviously they got drowned out. But I wish people that would spend more time. I wish it was like engineers speaking that spend most time in the studio.
Not like UK engineers, please. We don't want to hear from you.
Oh God, no. What's that guy, Rick Rubin, right?
Yeah.
For example, I wish he would speak on stuff like this, because I remember him saying something where it's like, we'd go in the booth, we'd have the melody, and we keep going until we had a word, and then we'd build backwards. So that word needs to be there because the beat is speaking that word. If that makes sense, that's what the beat is speaking. So when you have someone like Vory, who's
tired of that. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Me too. But he's right though.
But he's right. That's why.
When you have somebody like Vory working through a melody and a hook,
that as well, please.
certain words.
Yeah.
Oh, if this isn't here, it's not the same hook. So I'm just trying to explain.
I get what you're saying. And okay, let's listen to Mob Ties and let's see how it goes. And then I'll make my point. But I want him to get into the verse so I can get the distinction of where the MC starts, where the rapper starts. All right, okay. There's a clear distinction.
Yeah. So my issue is like, I heard the Vory one. I was like, yeah, this is a reference. And then I see people saying, yo, he wrote the whole thing. And then I went to listen to it. I was like,
no, he did not. No, he didn't.
It's either you don't have an understanding or you're purposely being obtuse. And that's why people say Drake fans are annoying. But look at the situation that just happened.
I know, but...
And I'm going to say to Drake fans, just leave it, because it is what it is. But look, but I haven't added anything. I haven't said anything out of pocket. I said, look at this and then look at this. And what conclusion did we reach?
We reached the conclusion that it's not the exact same song.
And the thing about...
It was just the hook and a pre-hook.
And it wasn't even... It was him...
And the hook was changed. But then that's the thing though, like this puts doubts in our mind, because it's
that's because people don't understand the process of making songs. So all of this stuff, I don't really care when people like say, oh, this and this. And I can see why Drake kind of dismisses some of it, even though I think he dismisses more than he should, right? But it's because this stuff isn't for the general public. It's for you to, if you want to make music, it's for you to learn and understand why these certain things happen. And because people say that's a reference track, right? What lets you know that that's a reference track? right? I'm just gonna explain, right?
Yeah, go on.
So you hear Vory on the Mob Ties beat, right? How do I know that Vory wasn't trying to make a cover? You just heard the audio and somebody told you this is a Vory reference track. How do I know that wasn't Vory making a cover? How do I know that it wasn't Vory trying to make his own song, brought it in a session with Drake and he played it and Drake said, no, I can help you build that, and then they made that song. And then Vory was like, oh shit, no, keep that.
That's not usually how it goes though.
No, but there is a situation where it goes like that. That's what I'm saying.
There is, but
in the creative process.
Usually, but that's all speculation.
No, you're saying usually, but actually that's how it goes a lot of the time. Like when I reference to like the A$AP Rocky song,
the song
Effing Problems, right? Drake made a song, and it didn't fit the vibe of his album, and then he took it somewhere else and was like, it didn't really fit the vibe of my album. I don't know what to do with it. And then A$AP Rocky got on there, and it made sense. So then he gave it to A$AP. That's how those things happen.
Yeah.
So like, especially if someone like Vory, where he has a relationship with Meek Mill, Drake has a relationship with, it's easy for them to be in the studio. And Vory's a writer. He's wrote for other people as well.
Yeah, you're right.
There's different things. There's different possibilities for those references to come up and happen.
Yeah, I'm so mad Vory was smacking his girl.
Oh, it was Vory.
Yeah. I was so mad because he's got so much talent.
Yeah.
But we can't ride with no...
That's
pussy.
And that's what I said in like the case of the N95 stuff that they tried to put on Kendrick.
Nah, that was fake anyways.
That was fake, but I'm saying like you don't know how that came about. Like even they're gonna say it's because I'm a Drake fan, but like even with the Baby Keem and Kendrick stuff, I like when stuff like that happens because it gives me something creatively from Kendrick that I wouldn't get unless he was trying to be in the same bag as Baby Keem.
Right.
Same way I wouldn't get something for Baby Keem unless he was trying to be in the same bag as Kendrick.
Yeah.
I wouldn't get something from Future if he wasn't trying to be in the same bag as Drake or in the same bag as this person.
And to be honest with you, that's how Kendrick won this battle, by trying to be in so many different bags.
Yeah,
that he's never been.
It adds
before.
to an artist's repertoire.
But okay, let me now ask you this question: how comes? Because the thing is, the way I'm looking at it is this: like, maybe you are right. Never, maybe you are right. You are right. It's not the same song, and it's not. I can't really pass this off as he just took those lyrics and then made a song, because he's clearly got a whole verse. He's even tweaked the bit that was written for him to make more sense. Do you know what I'm saying? To fit the song and makes the song a better song. But my issue with Drake is far more than that, though.
Okay.
In the sense that, like, Mob Ties is probably one of the hardest songs that Drake has released recently. This was on what? Scorpion, right?
Yeah.
Early Drake, like, Nothing Was the Same Drake, had bars.
Yeah.
And not just bars. Like, Pound Cake is probably one of my favorite Drake songs of all time.
Yeah.
Right? And that song isn't just about the bars. It's about the storytelling in it.
Yeah.
I feel like Drake
that
now...
whole album is about the storytelling. Yeah.
Absolutely. I feel like Drake now has completely abandoned that part of the art.
But you say... Okay.
And while you're right here, there's still... I guess what I'm trying to say is the reason why some of us jump on this so much and investigate and be like, it's because we kind of have at the back of our mind that, like, this nigga's not performing at the same level as he used to. He's not as hungry as he used to be. Do you know what I'm saying? Okay. So now it's just like, okay, go on, I can see why, but
I think that's
I take that back.
I think that's a conversation.
That's a different conversation. Yeah, you're right.
But my thing with that conversation is, okay, we got that Drake that you're referring to from So Far Gone to Views.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Not to Views. I wouldn't say to Views.
Or just before Views.
Just before.
But that's still, look at that. That's an extensive time. And look how many albums we got.
How many years?
That's like 10, 11. He's at 15. He's at damn near 15 now today.
Nah, but that's not 10. Not 10 years. When did Views come out? 2016, right?
Yeah, 2016.
Yeah, it was before that.
No, Views wasn't 2016. Yeah, it was 2016.
Yeah, exactly. So maybe like 8 years.
No, Views was 20. No,
so
Scorpion was 2018.
Yeah.
Views, yeah.
2016. So it was like 8 years, give or take.
From 2007,
right?
Oh yeah, like 8 years.
Yeah, 8 years, give or take. Yeah.
So that's a stretch, and look at the projects we got in that time. They fit that description.
I know, but okay,
I think what it is people's perception of time has become so shortened by the release of constant music and stuff like that, that it's like, it seems like we've been in this era of Drake for
a long time. But then that's another thing.
Yeah.
I'm glad you mentioned that. The constant release of music. And I don't want to... It feels unfair for me to critique him like this, but I have to mention this. Sometimes, go sit your ass down for a little while. Let us miss you.
I agree.
Let us miss you.
I agree.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and this... Can I say nigga now? Is it nigga? It's nigga time! And this nigga ain't sat his ass down not for 1 year.
I agree.
And I think that hurts him a lot more.
Yeah. I think that's what puts him in this situation. I think that's what allows people to say, like, especially if you know that people's perception of time isn't that long, it allows people to say,
Because if Drake has done what both Kendrick and J. Cole have done, where they take breaks every now and then, they go spend time with their family, instead of just constantly being in our face every day, I think the quality of his music would have maintained. And that's kind of what I'm saying. Because when you think about Kendrick's career, when you think about J. Cole's career, it feels like the quality of their music has gone up. Both of them.
Oh, Grippy.
Well, mishap. Do you get what I'm saying? Whereas with Drake, it felt like just before Views, or maybe some songs on Views as well, I'll say, was like the height, and now it's kind of like declining a little bit.
Yeah.
And that's kind of a bigger issue.
I think that highlights the importance of albums, because as I've said before, albums stamp a time period in an artist's journey.
Yeah,
it's supposed to be the culmination of that sound.
Yeah,
and Drake, I'll give him his props, because every Drake album has a sound that is specific to that Drake album.
Yeah,
right. But because in recent times he's put out so much albums, he's had to do that way more than
times.
Kendrick and Cole have had to do. But his pen game hasn't declined, because when we get verses like Churchill Downs and stuff like that, 8 a.m. in Charlotte, he's able to do it. But because he doesn't sit down to create a body of work of that, we view him in a different light.
Yeah, but we have to, because you can't give us Nothing Was the Same and then give us freaking... What was that album? Certified Lover Boy.
I don't like that album.
Me neither. Right, it was okay. It was cool for like a week.
Yeah, I don't.
But it kind of came and went.
Yeah, it's not good.
It's not good.
And that's not what I expect from Drake.
Me neither. And
but
honestly,
some of the stuff we got in the middle,
well.
like Darkling demo tapes, have been amazing.
That all of that was leaks though, but it was still amazing.
But some of them were recent though.
Yeah, it was still amazing.
And any verses he gives to like big people like Chris Brown or a SZA, or they're always good.
Yeah.
Or when he does the in between, like, I don't know why niggas don't like Honestly Nevermind.
It's not that it's not fire. It's not that it's not fire. It's just not hip hop.
It doesn't have to be hip hop.
No, you're right. You're right. But I'm sure people that listen to that genre probably love it. But I don't cut that on because I don't listen to that. That's not that's not even my least favorite Drake album. My least favorite is probably Honestly Nevermind. Because I still kind of like Scorpion. I still liked Her Loss. I still like the recent one that he dropped. What's it called again? The one where he was talking about Shorty the whole album. The Ungrateful Shorty. Come on, you know the one. The one with the hard-ass intro track. Fuck, what's it called? For the Dogs. How can I forget that? But anyways, yeah. I think, all in all, just to close this conversation out, because we've been on this for a while now. All in all, I think Drake needs to focus, for him going forward anyways, he needs to focus on quality over quantity. And I think that's been his issue for a little while now. And Kendrick Lamar's come out and exposed that with this beef.
Yeah.
Because I expected way more from Drake. And his nuke, while could have been a nuke for other niggas like a McMill, was not a nuke for Kendrick Lamar.
I think it was still a nuke. It was poor strategy. I think if he takes the third beat off, Meet the Grahams drops, and then you release that third beat as an own song.
But that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying though. That's what I'm saying. Even if you make that mistake and you realize, oh, this nigga stepped to my shit, why didn't you go in the booth and create some other thing?
I would have just re-released the same thing.
Nah, it wouldn't have worked.
Right.
It wouldn't have worked. Because niggas gonna be like, well, this isn't the same song. I think that would have been worse for him. But anyways, unless you got anything else to say.
Oh, I have a few things to say.
Damn, okay.
A great conversation. I thank you, my brother. This is not aimed at you.
All right. Oh, whoa.
You absolute morons on Twitter or in hip hop media. Let me just say a couple of things first.
I'm in hip hop media. I'm joking, Karen.
Let me say a couple of things first, right?
Yeah, what's that?
Everybody leave a comment, like, subscribe, do all of that, right? God bless you, right? If Drake falls, quote unquote, and his career is over, quote unquote, you want to be rappers and writers aren't going to automatically succeed. Do you know why? Because you suck ass.
Damn.
That's number one. Number two.
You're talking about other people in the industries or just random?
In the industry, up and comings. They're not up and comings. They're down and goings.
Down and going is crazy.
Underground rappers.
Calling the nigga down and going is crazy.
We were waiting to get. I heard a nigga drop. You know when niggas in the comments drop their song.
Yeah.
Somebody said unreleased this.
Keep that, dog.
Keep that in the vault. All you niggas that are like 42.
Yeah.
I don't care what you grew up on. Turn your hat forwards, number one.
Facts.
And get off Twitter. Go start a family, you bum.
That the funny thing is, them niggas be having families. They just spend time with them. They just spend time with their family.
I saw people saying, Vory ripped everything for Drake. Drake's pen is in question, right? And then, cool. I'm ignoring that. My opinion is different. Your opinion is different. God bless, right? But then I saw people. It was a lot of interesting conversations. I came a lot of interesting information that I didn't know. They said, "Oh, but so and so wrote this for Snoop Dogg. What about Snoop Dogg? For Snoop Dogg and Dr. Dre. What about them?"
No, but we don't look at those people as lyricists.
Then the person said, "Yeah, but people like Kanye, Dr. Dre, they're producers. They're not lyricists, and they're not really rappers like that." Then they said, "What about Snoop Dogg?" He said, "What about him?" Insane. Then they said, "But Kanye West has given Jay-Z some lines." I said, "Yeah, but we know that." Sorry. Then they said, "This nigga and this nigga and this nigga wrote a whole song for Tupac," and they say, "Man, that's old information." I'm sorry. I'm sorry. What?
You know people are gonna move the goalposts for people that they like. But all in all, though, I just want to make this clear. I still think that Drake's pen's crazy because of the things that he's written for other people.
I can hear Drake's personality in the verses he writes.
I still think his pen's crazy, but I just don't like it where it puts us in a space where we're like, wait, hold on, what did he write? What didn't he write?
But how is he supposed to prove what he wrote?
No, it's not even up to him to prove, but it just doesn't look good optically. You know what I'm saying? Because if something else that I thought he wrote comes out tomorrow that he didn't write that, it's going to make me look a little bit different and reanalyze the situation.
If you're a Drake fan and you listen to a lot of Drake, you know, like, most of the stuff he's performed, he's wrote, you can hear it. You can just hear it.
Nah. I mean, I want to agree with you, but I think that boy is really good at perpetuating something. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I could see Drake spitting something like he lived it when he didn't. Is what I'm trying to say.
He could definitely do that, but
that's where the line gets blurred for me. Obviously, there are some where it's just hands down that's his experience.
If you want, okay, I'll give people that are listening that want to be able to tell the difference.
Yeah.
If you want to know how I know that Drake's written most of his stuff, that nigga is hilarious. He will say the most simple thing in the most obnoxious way he can possibly find to say it.
That is fact.
For example, on that song with Giveon, right? With the Monday the turning instead of saying I fly.
That was a horrible rendition that we just did, but
terrible.
but you know what we're talking about? Giveon.
Instead
of got one song actually they got two songs together.
I think it's two. Instead of saying like where another rapper would say I fly private, they don't check my bags at the airport. He would say truck to the plane to the truck.
Oh yeah, truck to the hotel lobby. I go through underground garages.
If it was Gucci Mane, Gucci Mane would say they don't even check my bags at the port. You get. Truck to the
I
plane.
go through underground
to the
garages was one of the craziest lines I ever heard on a hip hop song.
And instead of saying,
I was like, wait, this garage is underground?
I'm broke. Instead of saying, and that's just
I'm
one
broke.
song. Instead of saying something like, oh, we went to party on the yacht, then we went to the club, then we doubled back to the yacht. He'll say, sink on sink, then back to the Vava and Vorma single. Like he just does that. He does it on Churchill Downs. He does it everywhere.
Nah, I feel you. I take what I said back earlier about how he's not in the top 3. I take that back.
I mean,
he's in the top 3.
It depends on your classification.
I know, but it has to be, because the reason why I say that is because I think I was kind of judging him off of the hook of Mob Ties. If it was a verse that I heard and someone, it was like one, and also as well, it might have to be a different song, because they also released Happy Birthday. I didn't care about that.
First off, that's the R&B portion of an R&B disc.
And also, that's not one of Drake's songs that I like that much. Maybe the baddies like it, but it's not really for me. If I heard at 4 a.m. in Toronto, the verses on there was written by, then I'll
have a question.
Go on.
Drunken Love.
Mm-hmm.
Future wrote Drunken Love, right?
For Beyonce.
Cool.
Yeah.
The Jay-Z verse is the same as the Future demo.
Yeah. Well, what's the question? That doesn't sound like a question.
But Future wrote the verse.
Yeah, I know.
And Jay-Z performed the verse.
Yeah, I know.
So
that's crazy. But you never heard me put Jay-Z in no lyricist list.
But that's what I'm saying though.
I don't put.
Where are those conversations when that's a known fact?
Because I keep trying to tell you, people will move the goalposts for the people that they love. I don't think Jay-Z is a lyricist like that. I do think Jay-Z is a great songwriter though.
Yeah.
Great songwriter, but when it comes to like MC lyricism, all that, and also there's another factor that factors into it, which is how busy is this person? Because if we have to be realistic,
I agree.
If you're making billions of dollars or hundreds of millions of dollars, the last thing in your mind is really writing the next.
And it's part of
when I can pay 10 grand for it.
It's part of the infrastructure of music. There's writers that need to get paid.
But also the reason why we always still have this conversation till this day is because writing is a part of a rapper's job.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like songwriting, not necessarily songwriting, but bar writing.
But I've always interpreted it as you have to be able to bar.
Yeah. No, you're right.
It doesn't necessarily mean you have to
write every
single thing that you perform.
And most writers don't write every single thing, even if they write like 95% of. They don't write every single thing, because there's gonna be niggas
and I'm
in
sure
the studio
people
going,
in the group have. I'm sure like Kiss has wrote for P has wrote for Kid. Like it's
Absolutely.
just it makes the songs better. That's why a lot of like battle rappers, great rappers, can't make a song to save a life.
That's true. I got one last question there. Does this tarnish his legacy a little bit?
In terms of catalog?
In terms of optics of how we view him,
I think
as a rapper.
Well, if you're asking me, no, because I kind of understand the stuff that happens in the background and what it is to make music. So no, and all the songs that I've kind of, the reason I put him there is probably a different reason than most people would put him there. And also, I think that the general public might have that view, but I also view the general public as a bunch of morons.
Just gonna keep dissing these niggas.
I hate the general public.
But you might be right. All right, well, shout out to Drake. Next, though, have you heard the Sexy Red feature?
Yeah, man.
Care to come in? That's Drake on Sexy Red song.
Well,
you my everything.
He's gonna be on there.
You my big boo.
Sexy Red.
We go together.
Terrible music.
We go together, but we go together though.
Sexy Red makes terrible music, man.
But we go together.
Oh my god.
Did you hear the album?
No.
I'm so mad at Joe Budden. Keep trying to hype things that are horrible. What is wrong with him?
Man.
Yeah, her music is horrible. But that Drake verse, as horrible as her part of the song was, that Drake verse kind of slid.
Yeah, because he's cold.
Kind of slid.
But I just wish he would take things more serious.
It kind of slid. It was. I don't think it was. To be honest with you, I don't think it was a bad move. Him rapping over BBL Drizzy.
Yeah.
I think that was a good move.
I think it was a good move.
I think he should have done it sooner though.
Yeah.
I think he should have done it when everyone else was doing it.
I think he should have done it under an anonymous name as trying to win the competition.
That's what I'm saying. I think that would have been very hilarious.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's better. I mean, it's what's the saying? Better late than never.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought it was a genius move to kind of dilute the whole thing and also give a spin on what BBL Drizzy could be. And if you listen to that song, he pretty much admitted that, yeah, me and the surgeon, we got a relationship.
Why would niggas talking about a nigga's BBL?
Come on, man. We know why. It's unmanly to go get your abs sculptured. Women don't even care.
All right,
that's why. No. If we want to have that conversation, we can have that conversation.
Okay.
It says that you're insecure, nigga.
So
if you're gonna
all
go
the
get
niggas with porcelain teeth, what about them?
I'm not gonna keep having this conversation with you.
What?
Teeth and a BBL. I mean, not BBL because it's not actually a BBL. And an ab sculpture are different things.
Absolutely.
They're different things.
But why do you get your teeth done?
Because most people get it done because they're in a business where their face is always on camera. That's why they get it done. So, not because they're insecure. Your abs isn't always on camera.
So then, not because they're insecure.
Not because they're insecure. No.
But your teeth work, right? They worked beforehand.
Of course they did.
So what
I'm trying to say is because I'm always on camera.
What does that mean?
What that means is for me to look my best and gain as much of an audience as possible, because that is what it's about. It's about audience.
So you couldn't gain the audience with your regular teeth.
Some people don't feel like that. Yeah.
So that's insecurity.
No, that's not insecurity. No. Do you know why I say that? It's not insecurity.
Why?
I can see that being a business move because most of the time there's actual science, facts behind it, studies. People trust someone that is they what's the word? There's teeth privilege. It's a thing where you see someone has perfect teeth or whatever.
So your teeth weren't good enough to get you the privilege.
Yeah.
So you changed them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
And if my business is on purely based on appearance, I can see how that can be a business decision. Drake doesn't have to show us his abs.
Okay.
As a rapper, no rapper's ever had, unless your name's LL Cool J, no rapper's ever had to show us his abs.
Okay.
You don't have to. Especially as Drake. You make some of the best bangers in the world. You don't have to show us your abs. In fact, we don't want to see your abs.
Okay.
So you getting an ab sculpture just makes me feel like, come on, man. Come on.
So what about the niggas that paid enough attention to notice?
Okay, we're gonna move on.
I got hella question. No.
They're gay.
Okay.
Is that what is that what you want me to say?
Okay.
Hella gay. But what was I gonna say? YG responded.
Alright, man.
My nigga YG, you really gangbang. Niggas be weird.
But I don't think it's a response
about Drake on that song.
I don't think so, but who cares? That's hilarious. Who cares?
It's hilarious. But no.
You're a weirdo.
Niggas be weird.
Niggas be weird.
That's why I said Drake shouldn't, that was a mistake. Because YG was never going to come out and be like, yeah, Drake.
Yeah, versus the West Coast.
Do you know what I'm saying? Never. Even if you don't feel that way.
I feel like Drake needs to sit down and read a history book.
He does.
Yeah.
He does. But anyways.
Before we completely move on, I do want to say this because I be keeping stuff in my head.
Yeah.
And then weeks later, it be confirmed. So I just want to go on the record.
Okay.
And say this. It might not be true. It might be true. Joe... Bold nigga on the podcast.
Oh, just say his name, man. You scared?
Bold nigga on the podcast.
Is he like the boogeyman podcaster to you?
No, he's not. I'm talking straight to you.
Mm-hmm.
I see what you did. That alley-oop to the short nigga, the alley-oops you gave him, all his talking points, they came from you. Nice job. Good job.
Well, explain.
No, I'm speaking. For the people that know.
But I want to know. Explain.
What just that in the beef, there was a couple of talking points.
Yeah.
That he
handed over to
If you watch his podcast from the month before to the end.
Yeah.
Every single one of those talking points.
Is Joe Budden the OVO leak?
He was Ali. He's not the OVO leak. But
That was a joke.
he was alley-ooping them, that nigga.
Of course he was.
Nice one.
Of course he was.
The audience is very slow.
Very. And then this nigga Joe Budden go get on the mic
I'm
and be
not
like,
slow.
I'm a Drake fan.
No,
I love Drake.
What he did is then he got on the mic and said, I was coaching Drake. Is it opposite day? You were speaking to Drake? You weren't speaking to Drake, man.
Hey, this nigga has top on speed dial. Come on. You already know what
It's
it
cool,
is,
gang.
man.
Good, nice one. You're down for Diddy's gone.
I don't say that. Actually, well, you never know. Anyways, Sexy Red was on Next WWE.
Sexy.
She was getting sexy, twerking all over all the wrestlers. And here goes Shawn Michael, come over to daddy, baby. That's what he said. I felt like it was racist a little bit, but that's Shawn. He's kind of a cool white guy, so I kind of give him a pass. But should Sexy Red should she be doing all of that?
She might have the best personality in the world or something, because I don't know what's happening.
All I just see is Ratchet, bro. It's not Ratchet is not a personality. Actually, maybe.
She must be someone's cousin, daughter, godchild.
Nah, it's not that. It's Larry Jackson, bro.
Oh my god.
Larry Jackson. What? What are you talking about? Larry Jackson has her signed to, what's the name of that record label that Drake owns? Part of it?
I forgot.
Whatever it's called. That's Larry Jackson with all them connects.
Oh my god. Man.
Yeah, so you're gonna see.
Isn't he the one? Isn't his son Ice Spice's manager? Or
No. That's Lucian Grage's son.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's all in the same. And we're about to get into some conversations about them niggas with both Ice Spice and Pink Pantheress. Interesting, but we're not there yet. Stay tuned. And next on the dial, Grippy.
I call it that because it's
Grippy. She got that hip. I call her a hippie. What the fuck? But anyways, all right. I don't want to make fun of the lyrics anymore because I kind of understand why he did what he did.
Yeah.
You got to keep with the times. But there has to be a balance. Like, for example, I liked how he collaborated with Yachty, where he jumped on Lil Yachty's songs, but it was still J. Cole.
Yeah.
I did not like this at all. Because it sounded to me like he was trying to do Cash Cobain's delivery and flow and all that. And it just sounded wrong. So, what are the rules of staying fresh?
Of staying fresh.
Staying relevant with the young kids. Because I know you're going to kill Cash Cobain and say he's trash anyways, but...
Staying relevant with the young kids.
Because he did it all wrong on this particular song.
This will keep him relevant with the kids, so... Did he do it wrong or did he do it right?
You did it wrong because it's not keeping it relevant in the way where it's like niggas was all on Twitter make fun of it. That's not good. That's not. Do you know why I say that's not good?
I know.
No matter how bad you think Cash Cobain is, them niggas look at him like Jesus. So they're looking at it like, oh, why is this guy ruining Cash Cobain's song?
No, they don't. They find it funny, but they're not saying he ruined the song because they listen to the song.
That's true. I know, but a lot more of the sentiment is what I saw was
niggas don't get to decide what they like.
Okay.
You give them what they like and just paint it the right color. Oh, it's yellow. Oh.
Legacy. They're people too. You have to consider. They are. You can't. They are people.
Oh,
they're human beings, man. They're human beings. And what I was gonna say is that the sentiment that I saw on TikTok from some of the TikToks that I saw, anyways, was that. This nigga is way too old to be talking like that. Why is he saying Grippy? Why is it...
But that's what I was saying in my tweet. It's supposed to be like that. That's the point of the way he delivered it.
Yeah, I agree with you.
It's supposed to be like that.
But, like we said, they're slow.
True.
So, they didn't see it like that.
Yeah.
They didn't receive it like that at all.
I'd prefer if my senior artist dictated what the sound was.
Yeah, but you can't dictate to this little kid.
And then when there's young'uns, you hop on. You're very selective about which ones you prop up.
I agree, and I take it further. I don't think J. Cole even needs to be on a song with Cash Cobain. If I'm being honest,
I don't even know how that happened.
Yeah, I don't understand why he agreed to it. Maybe the money. I don't know. I don't know what it is. But either way, Shout out to J. Cole.
Who are these niggas and why do they keep getting albums so fast?
I couldn't tell you that. But I could tell you that. Let me see who he signed to. I'm sure Universal got something to do with it.
These niggas are slow, man. Forbes is out here. This nigga said, yeah, man, all my songs are YouTube beats. I said, yeah. Okay. He's got 2 weeks left.
No, 2 weeks. I think it's over for that nigga already.
No, from when he said that, the time limit is up.
Guess how many record label this nigga is signed to?
Oh, God.
Guess how many? Guess.
6.
5. 5.
Which ones?
I've never heard of none of these. First one is Most Hated Power Gang. I'm sure that's his because it sounds retarded. Second one is Giant Music, not under Universal. Never Slippin', also not under Universal. Never Slippin' / Cash Cobain Inc. This is a fucking criminal enterprise. What is going on? And then the fifth one is Never Slippin' / Ferrari Fiction / Cash Cobain Incorporation. What's going on?
I'm gonna make a call to Homeland. This is a money laundering fund.
Do you get what I'm saying? What the hell is going on?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. Alright, well, at least Universal don't have their hands in there yet. Or maybe they're painting it as though they don't. Maybe. Because that is also something that they've been doing recently. But anyways, fuck Cash Cobain. J. Cole, I know the Boogeyman came out on schedule a little bit. So you felt like you had to do something rash. Don't do this again, please.
Ever again.
Please, brother. It's been really bad for you light-skinned niggas.
Jesus.
I'm including you there, but we'll have that conversation later. Anyways, what else on the dial? What else we got on the dial, man?
You know, I forgot to add. Did you see the John Bellion clip? Him talking about
who's that?
Live Nation.
Oh, I saw that. I mean, to be honest, I saw it on Twitter. Scroll past it and then heard it on the JBP. Do you want to? You find it, and when you find it, we can get into that. But since we're on labels now, let me just talk about this. So Pink Pantheress was on ABC being interviewed, and this is what she said: a song doesn't need to be longer than 2 minutes 30 seconds. In my opinion, we don't need a repeat verse. We don't need to have a bridge. We don't need it. We don't need a long outro. That's what she said. ABC. Millions of people listening. A alleged musician said songs don't have to be longer than 2 minutes 30 seconds. It's crazy to me. And besides it being crazy to me, guess who Pink Pantheress is signed to?
Oh my God.
Guess.
Island?
Nah. It's not Island. It's one of the new ones.
One of the new ones.
You might not know, actually. You might not know.
Yeah, I might not know.
They're called Polydor.
No, I don't know.
Polydor is a subsidiary of Universal Music.
Oh my God.
She's also got a deal with Elektra Records. Mm-hmm. Elektra is a subsidiary of Universal Music Group.
How did you manage that one?
She's fucked.
How did you? She doesn't have time. She got to pump them out. That's why she's stuck on 230. Why would you be signed to?
She's on a 1080, 720.
Unless one is a distribution. Even then,
even then, it's crazy. But I say that to say this: if you are signed to these two labels,
yeah,
and your mentality is that my song don't have to be more than 2.5 minutes long, baby girl, you're gonna be in that deal for like 10, maybe 15 years.
15 years. She's gonna be one of those 60-year-olds on BBC One Extra telling us about I made Inside. I'm the voice of. No disrespect to the lady. To the lady that did that. To the lady that did that.
Okay.
And it's not Inside. It's actually Intar.
Who did that? I just
remember seeing that video like 6 times in my time.
That didn't even ring no bell.
It wasn't Inside. It was Intar.
All right, let me just say this, Victoria.
Oh my God.
You need to find a way out, not just out of your deal, but just out of making music. Period.
Jesus.
she's signed to 2 subsidiaries of Universal Music. And have you heard the song she makes?
Yeah. That's why she's always performing.
Do I have to say any more? And for you guys that don't know what we're talking about, this is like a little bit more music industry nerdy shit. You have to know a little bit more about how the music business works to understand how really
basically before the money gets to her, there's at least 6 niggas in her.
No money's getting to her, is what I'm saying.
That's why she keeps carrying those handbags. She has to keep hold of every single coin she has.
I think she's doing it the wrong way.
Also, I'm not being signed to Universal twice to the power of 2 and performing in boiler rooms. Hey, man.
Universal is why she's performing in boiler rooms. And don't get me wrong, a lot of these artists are just happy for the opportunity. But it's just that there has to be a balance.
Bro, you can make so much money just being independent.
And to be honest with you, like, I'm not even just mad at that as signing a deal. What I'm mad at is you signed twice. Like, why do you need to sign? Didn't you ask yourself a question? Why do I need to sign twice to the same company, just under 2 different names? Universal is a pimp, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Shout out to Universal. Shout out to you lot. I want to learn some of the secrets of the trade. Because now I understand why you lot are making 60 billion in profits.
Yeah.
What? And then now, Ice Spice. Guess how many Universal subsidiaries she signed to?
She has to be at least 3.
3, yeah.
Yeah.
Polydor, 10,000 Projects, and Capitol Records.
Okay. I'll just...
And now that I'm thinking about
That's why they have the collab.
And now that I'm thinking about it, these aren't even the management deals. This can't be the management deals because I think Polydor is like the UK label that represents them in the UK, and Capitol might be the US label that represents Ice Spice, while Elektra is the US label that represents Pink Pantheress.
Yeah.
But you don't need to do that. You do not need to do that. Anyways, I'm gonna keep my mouth shut. Let's see what happens in 5 years. I'll just say that because it sounds like I'm hating. And talking about hate, Central C. But nigga, what is going on in the UK, bro?
My brother said martial law, but I just seen him eat pork.
Oh my god, I've never heard so much trash in my fucking life.
My brother said martial law. I didn't even celebrate once.
What? Bro, I was so mad that I even went to try to listen to the song.
Yo, what exactly is this nigga? Is he white? Is he Korean? Is he black?
Honestly,
is he Muslim? Is he Indian? What is this nigga, bro?
I don't want to take focus away from how trash his music is by attacking his ethnicity. He's Chinese. Let's just put it out. He's Chinese, right? And he's like an eighth black or quarter black. Was it quarter? I saw his dad. It didn't look like he had nigger in him, but he needs to tell. Anyways, either way, that's not what's important here. This brother makes ass music. Doja Cat was cool as a pop record. It was cool. But this new band for band or whatever, no, that's not it. That ain't it. That ain't it. And in my opinion, Central C is a one-trick pony.
Listen, Central C is not the guy that's going to take the UK.
But they're marketing him like that.
Yeah.
And do you know why? Because he looks white. That's why they're marketing him like that. Because they think his appearance makes him more digestible to the Americans. But I saw the reviews from the Americans, well, some of it anyway, on TikTok, and they were like, what the hell is this British nigga talking about? Niggas is stupid, but not every nigga is stupid. Like, what?
The LA Leakers freestyle was cool. I like that one.
I know, but that's the thing. It's way too inconsistent. You want to release a song with Lil Baby that you know is going to get a lot of listens, say something.
Yeah.
What the fuck was he doing on that? Anyways, I'm going to sleep. Lil Baby outperformed him. That says a lot. For Lil Baby to outperform you.
Yeah, but I also saw people making fun of Lil Baby, but Lil Baby's verse was cool, but the production and the engineering was terrible. Because somebody remixed it and put it on a different beat, And Lil Baby sounded amazing.
I'm not gonna let you do that, man.
What?
Maybe for little baby, yeah, okay, you could say that, I guess. But Central C's the engineering was horrible in that song. But even if the engineering was done by Dr. Dre himself, Central C would still have been awesome in that song. Still would have been cheeks.
So and stop telling me Central C's debut album is coming. He did it. We done the debut thing twice already.
But it's still coming though.
Why does Maybe keep perpetuating that?
But it's still coming.
We got 23 and we got Wild West. We're done. That's enough.
I know, but those were not debut.
Oh my god.
Oh damn. Alright, okay. Are you ready? You ready for this? I'm not in the mood because my flight is delayed. So I jumped on a private plane and I'm asking the pilot, the ETA. Lambo parked on the landing strap. Everyone in my gang, DJ paid. Why is my man talking about inshallah? These times he don't even pray. Why is my man wearing a Jesus piece? How does she squeeze in them jeans?
Huh? Wait. We skipped so much.
No! That's what comes after. Do you want me to start again?
Yeah, please.
I'm reading this line by line.
Hold on. I'm trying to follow the topic of the song.
There is no fucking topic. I'm gonna start again. Let me start again.
Yeah, please.
I'm not in the mood because my flight's delayed.
Okay, we're taking a flight. We're going somewhere.
Yeah, we're going somewhere.
Cool.
So I jumped on a private plane and I'm asking the pilot, ETA. Oh, makes sense.
Why didn't you take the private plane in the first place? Okay, never mind.
Yeah.
So things happen.
Things happen, yeah. Lambo's parked in the landing strip. Everyone, my gang.
Wait, so
And my DJ paid.
have we arrived at the destination?
No, we get to the plane, ask ETA, and then the Lambo came back. I don't understand how,
okay.
but that's how it went. Why is my man talking about inshallah this time you don't even pray? Who the fuck are you talking about?
One of his guys.
Why is my man wearing a Jesus priest? How does she fit in them jeans?
Hold on. Huh?
Big behind and the prettiest waist.
Okay, I understand that one.
Take time with GBG. We don't beef nobody like GBK. What? Woke up on the wrong side of the bed. So he's gonna get slapped if I don't have my piece today.
If I don't have my peas today. Okay, cool.
I love my young boy. I won't lead him astray.
Oh, whoa.
Wait. I'm stuck to Lil Bro like PVA.
What? What? The white substance. Yo.
Bro, we went from talking about boarding a plane and a pretty girl to you being stuck to Lil Bro like PVA. What the fuck is going on? There is no artistry in this at all. Okay, let me carry on. Because maybe I'm hating. Paid already. I thought this nigga wasn't giving you your money. But you paid already. Alright, cool. I don't need no hit song. if I talk, they're gonna say I'm hating. But I'm gonna move right past that one. We don't need ID. Little bro 17 in the clubs. He's scrolling TikTok.
Underage niggas in the club. Wow, crimes.
F just saw him a thick one. Which one? Who do you want, bro? Pick one.
Nice.
If I shoot my shot, I'll hit one. Matter of time till I get all of them ticked off.
Okay.
That was his first verse. That was the first verse.
Okay, so he was at Gatwick. The plane was running late, so they got a private. One of his boys was talking about.
That was his only verse.
One of his boys was talking about, we'll make it there, inshallah. He was like, you don't even pray. One of his boys had a Jesus piece, and then one of his boys was trying to squeeze into some tight jeans or something. That's what I got.
Wait, hold on. Maybe I read that wrong.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Maybe
big behind.
Maybe we don't care.
No. How does? But he says she.
But
So
yeah, we don't know
there.
what he identifies as.
That's true. That's a good point.
And then he talk about spunking on little boys.
Yeah, like PVA. What the fuck is going on? Like, I heard that and I was like, I wanted to throw my phone away. What is this niggas rapping about? And honestly, I was an early advocate for Central C.
Hey, man.
I thought he could grow and get there, but this is dog shit.
Start to my bro like PVA.
This is dog shit. Anyways, let's move on. That's enough. How long do you think he's got? If he keeps rapping like this.
Well, if we multiply management by whiteness plus tattoos,
don't do that.
minus the fact that we never see his hair, so he could be nappy.
No, it's not. It's not.
Two
we know.
years, man. He's still gonna be around for like 2 years.
2 years?
If Digga D comes out and disses him, though, he's gone.
2 years? You reckon 2 years?
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's see. We'll see what happens. Okay. Well, at least he's not on the UMG. He's Sony Records. Oh, on WMG. Yikes. Anyways, I give him a year. A year from today. If he doesn't give us another banger before next year's summer, he's still gonna be about, but he's not gonna be getting no features from none of the niggas that matter. See how quickly Drake stopped appearing in videos with him.
Yeah.
That's what you need to know. Anyways, I don't want to sound like a hater, so we'll move on. Right. So what else do we have? You want to talk about Nicki Minaj now, or should we play some new music?
I sent you the John clip.
Oh yeah, the clip about
It's
Send
on
it to
Twitter. Yeah.
All right, cool.
And then after that, we can do the music.
All right. There's a lot of record label talk that we need to have this episode, but we'll get to it.
Like, comment, subscribe.
Do what he says, man.
Hit the notification bell to know when the episode goes live every Sunday.
For me.
Come on, man. All right,
I got
let's
to a
go.
place in my career, we sold out
This
10,000
is
people
John
at Jones Beach. I
Bellion.
mean, it was like the height of everything for me, and it was right around the time I figured out how my Live Nation contract worked. And it was right around the time I figured out how my record deal actually worked.
And how did that make you feel?
It was like panic attacks. It was like, oh my gosh, if A plus B equals C, I'm never going to pay this back. I'm going to be on the road 11 months a year just trying to pay back. Live Nation, they're getting everybody coming 12 ways, 12 times a Tuesday.
Are you with Live Nation?
No, I paid myself out of the deal, and I had to pay 25% extra on what they advanced me. When you figure that out on the road and you're thinking, man, why did we buy 300 rolls of toilet paper? Why do we have to spend this much on catering every day? Wait a second, what? In my contract it says,
Because it's not their money, it's
you got to
yours.
spend this much on catering and it comes out of my pocket?
Yeah.
But then I have to pay in
Yep.
advance back? And by the way, the advance that you have to give me is only on hard ticket sales. So the concept's called peanuts, parking, and alcohol. When I sell out...
Let me pause it for a second. For all of you that might not understand the point I was trying to make about Pink Pantheress and Ice Spice, they're going through this, but times 2.
Yeah. And also, if you have a good lawyer, listen to some of the language he's using. An advance is supposed to be based on what we think you're going to sell. We will take this from the revenue of what you would sell and give it to you in advance. Why would you have to pay back a percentage? You can pay that back. That makes sense. Why would I put an additional percentage on that? That's not an advance. That is a loan.
I think record label deals are the most sophisticated loan human beings have ever come up with. And it's genius when you think about it, because of what this nigga's about to say.
1,000 people at Jones Beach. The person who buys a $20 hot dog, I don't see a dime of that. The person who buys $40 for parking, I don't see a dime of that. And the person who buys $20 vodka and Red Bull, I don't see a dime of that. And then you advance me $1 million and tell me I'm rich to then find out that you're making $4 million a night. It takes me 36 shows to pay back the $1 million you advanced me.
It's a loan.
It's a fake loan.
It's
And I made
a fake
4
loan
times that
It's like,
in
we're
one
going to
night.
give you a loan so you can make our money off of your creation.
And then it hit me, oh my gosh, they own all the venues. It's a monopoly. So then now they just want my body in this room so they can sell food and alcohol. So then they're gonna make tons of money. And then they got me like schlepping around the United States talking about, I wanna be famous. So when you figure that out, Joe Schmo pays $20 for a hot dog and I don't see that. And if I'm only making my advance back on hard ticket sales, that means I have to sell out every single venue in order to not go in the red, because I'm only paying my advance back on hard ticket sales. And by the way, they reserve the right in the contract to put the tickets on sale. So when it's $100 a ticket and they do their summer blowout sale, the tickets are only $10. So instead of me paying back $90 a ticket, right before
they
I
just
go
want
on
bodies
tour,
in the door.
they drop a John Bellion sale and the tickets are only $10.
Yep.
Yep. Read your contract.
I think even if you do read your contract, if you don't have leverage, that's exactly the same contract you're going to have to sign.
Yeah.
Regardless.
And also, I was gonna say something. Live
Live Nation, they're gangsters.
yeah.
Let's put it
And
that way.
he mentioned like they have reserved the rights to put the ticket on sale. Let me tell you something. They put the ticket on sale, then they bought the sale, buy the tickets, and then they are the resellers. By the way, just
so you know,
in case you didn't know, they're the resellers.
there's a court case going on right now about exactly that.
Yeah.
Not only are they the resellers, they also take the tickets that they have left and put those on sale and sell you as the resellers double. So now, you as an artist,
Yeah.
the double that they're selling doesn't count as your payback because that's part of the reselling. These niggas is gangsters.
Yeah.
These niggas is gangsters. And I'll be honest with you, I'm not mad at them. Let's be real, I'm not mad at them.
Yeah, you got to read the contracts, you got to negotiate.
Or just don't sign that contract. If you don't know what it says.
It's kind of difficult for Live Nation because they own all the venues.
That's not true. That's not true. Like, I get what you're saying. If you're a big artist, you want Live Nation on your side.
Yeah.
But if you're a big artist, before you sign those deals, then you have leverage. But if you don't have leverage, because the thing is, the problem is this: niggas that don't have the leverage, that don't have the fan base, but they just want to be put in front of a crowd.
Yeah.
That's where they get taken advantage of. Because when you sign that deal, now you sign that deal for the next 5 years, 10 years, whatever. Instead of getting yourself to a place where you know you can bring these people in the door.
Yeah.
Right? So Live Nation want to be in business with you, you know? So you're able to dictate, I don't want this in the contract, I don't want that in the contract. Yeah. But if you don't have that leverage where you're like, okay, I can bring 10,000 people through the door.
It's also greed because, I'll give an example, right? £10 a ticket, 100 people is 1,000.
Yep.
Is £1,000, right?
Correct.
So 1,000 people at £10 a ticket is £10,000.
Correct.
If you do a venue where you can get 1,000 people in the venue, maxed out ticket sales, that's max. And you do 10, say you do 10 or 20, so you get 20,000 a night, right? If, like he said, if he wants to pay back the 1,000, the million, he has to do 32 shows. If you do 20 a night, by the time you get to, 5-10 shows, you're past the 100,000 mark. If you do that for a year, you can buy the venue that they would do the Live Nation thing at anyway.
That's true. But guess what? They own that venue. That's where the gangsterness comes in. So when you now come with your 100,000 to be like, yo, I want to buy this, you're going to be like, no, sign a deal with us instead. Because we own all of the venues. And that's where they're gangsters.
But they don't own all of the venues, because if you do like the Garden, if you do
not
like,
all of them, but they own a good 95%.
Yeah, they own.
That's crazy. Like, for example, especially in London, it's even worse. In America, I think there's certain venues that might have like private corporations that own them or whatever, like Madison Square Garden and all this. But then you have to get to a point where you can bring a Madison Square Garden crowd in for you to not mess with Live Nation.
Yeah.
And on top of that, Live Nation might have deals with Madison Square Garden where they're like, don't fuck with those niggas, otherwise we're going to take our business off.
Yeah.
So no matter how you slice and dice it, you damn near have to create your own space. That's why J. Cole was so successful for so long. Because in New York, he kept performing at the small clubs.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Do you get what I'm saying? And then when he got big enough, then he started doing his own arena, and they started booking out literally like stadiums and things like that.
That's what I'm saying. J. Cole is investing the money back. I don't know why music and artists especially, they're the only like brand of quote unquote entrepreneur that don't take the money they made and immediately reinvest it back in the business.
Yeah, I know, but that new Gucci though.
That's your fault, man. Keep
Have
getting
you seen
fucked.
that Off-Whites?
Keep getting fucked.
Off-White Nikes. Hey, man. Man who spent 50K on some trainers.
It doesn't make sense, man.
At all.
It doesn't make sense.
But then that's the thing, though. Like
even with the advance and 20% payback, if you use the advance correctly, you can make double that back before you pay it back and just give it to them.
Facts. That's true. But then this is where it gets tricky, though. Yes, you can make that back, but the accounting isn't going through you. So when niggas go through the door and they're paying the £10, £20, however much they're paying at the door, that money isn't going straight to you. That money is going to your label.
No, I know, but
and then your label reports that money to Live Nation and gives them their cut, or they take out their cut and give them the rest of the money. And then Live Nation speaks to your manager about how much they make. Through all of that, the numbers get fudged.
Yeah,
For
but
a
that's
fact.
not even what I'm saying. That's further down the line. I'm not only talking about Live Nation. I'm talking about advances in general.
Okay.
You can get your own financial advisors, your own investors. You can buy properties.
Oh, you're saying
you can take that advance and flip it to where you've made the advance back and your own profit. To by the time, even before it gets to the album sale, hey yo,
Here's
take
the
that
money.
back.
Yeah.
Now let's.
Now you're right. You could do that. That takes a lot of work though, and work that niggas don't want to do. If we're being
2 minutes
honest.
and 30 for a song.
Can you imagine? Can you imagine? In an era where they, I'm never going to say nothing else. Let's move on. Central C, One Trick Pony. Should we, yeah, let's do some new music, man. I'm going to go first because I got the aux. New music segment. First one I got coming to you lot on the Desire. This one right here is Quavo, Clear the Smoke. Let's go. Yeah, that one right there was Techno. YO, man. Shout out to Techno. But do you ever think that sometimes some of the motherland pussy might be better than some of the pussy that we're like open to it? Yeah.
Let me tell you something.
Is it just me?
My attraction for like Nigerian girls has started to increase.
Skyrocketed. And I'm talking about the girl from the village. Not the Lagos ones, because the Lagos ones might have been used and abused. I don't want spoiled goods. But sometimes I be seeing some of them girls on TikTok. I'm like, what village you from? Let me come change your life.
Some of them are nice.
Yeah, I'm saying. Hey man, all right, okay. Let's get back on the podcast.
I ain't got no new music yet.
No? Oh, all right. Goddamn, you good?
Yeah. Nobody on my side has released. I guess
Still waiting for Thames.
I'm waiting for terms.
Yeah.
We're coming to the end of second quarter.
Yeah.
So everybody's waiting for third quarter, summer, all of that.
Yeah.
St. John, I haven't heard. I think it's
Nothing.
Incognito.
Nigga been modeling, that's why.
Come on, bro.
It's that Rocky stuff. Yeah, well, certain niggas are scared to drop.
Kehlani released a snippet of a song that sounded like it belongs on Sweet Sexy Savage, and I need that song. I need it.
Savage.
That's the Pink album.
Oh, right.
I need that. I need that song.
You need it. Like that bad.
Bro. I need Kehlani and SZA to just collab.
That nigga's starving, bruh.
Not until I'm talking musically. I'm not talking about what you do.
Yeah.
I'm talking music, strictly musically.
Yeah, of course.
Bruh.
Of course. No, I feel you, man. I feel you, and I understand. I think Kehlani is one of those artists that's just 101. She's 101.
Crazy.
She's 101. And in my opinion, she don't get as much recognition rather.
At all.
Absolutely not. But anyways, let's get back to the topic, man. What else we got? Should we talk about Nicki Minaj real quick? It's not gonna take that long. Make sure you are not trafficking drugs. Next topic.
Yeah, man. Simple as, bro.
Like, she was recording them niggas like they're not just doing their job.
The niggas was very peaceful.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And this is what I've been talking about when I'm talking about Nicki Minaj. No matter how much accolades we give you and respect we give you, you still act like a bum. Because if Nicki Minaj, make no mistake, if Nicki Minaj was a male rapper, she'd be McMill. Now it makes sense why they dated. Let's just put it that way, and I'll move on. Because she tried to record them niggas like them niggas weren't just doing their job. You got fucking weed in your bag and you're crossing borders. What are you talking about here? Like, what? Anyways, I hope she's okay though.
Yeah, she's out. She's cool.
She missed the Manchester show, but they'll give you lot another day.
Yeah.
Just shout out to the people that might have to work on the day. But yeah, I watched the show. Since we're on the topic of labels and stuff, I watched the documentary for Stax Records. I don't know if you know about Stax Records. They were like the first. It wasn't black owned, but half of it was owned by a black guy called Al Bell. The other half was like a white man, right? But towards the end of the record label, like the last for 3 years. Al Bell was the majority owner because the other white guy wanted to retire. You've been doing it for like 13 years. He was like, I need to kick my feet up. So he bought his share of the company. So it was like almost fully owned by Al Bell. But Al Bell took a loan to buy that. But I'm just telling you this as a precursor of the story I'm about to tell, because this is one of the saddest music industry story I've ever heard. So it's on HBO. It's called Stax. Watch it. I recommend it. So basically, Stax Records started off with this guy. Fuck, I can't remember what his name is now. But this white man wanted to create something, right? He wanted to create a record label, basically. Mm-hmm. And let me see if I can pull up his name. Jim Stewart. Mm-hmm. No, it's not Jim Stewart. I don't know what his first name is, but his last name is Axton. Actually, no, I think it is Jim Stewart because his sister got married and that's why she changed his name. Yeah, but anyways, Jim Stewart, basically, right? Started a record label and they wanted to put out country music. White man, the music that he knows is country, blah, blah. So they were putting that out for like the first year or whatever. And then he ran into the first artist, a lady, I can't remember her name right now. She dropped a song called Gee Whiz. That song, at first, his sister, because he owned it with his sister, right? I know I'm all over the place, but it'll make sense in a minute. He owned it with his sister. She's called Estelle Axton, right? And oh, that's why it's called Stax, because still wasn't Axton. Makes sense. Anyways, they both owned it, but his sister was looking after the record shop, and the studios were at the back. Mm-hmm. So one day, this man walks in with his daughter, who's the woman that made the song Gee Whiz. And at first they were like, "Nah, we do country music. We don't really know, but you can jam with us." And they was jamming, and she started singing. The white man was like, "Wait, what's that?" So they record the song, right? They put the song out. Shit goes to like top 10, and then goes number 1 eventually. Yeah. They sold a million record, blah blah whatever, and then nigga was like, "Burn all of that country music we was talking about. Where's the niggas at?" So they started signing a lot more black artists. Yeah. They've got Otis Redding, Isaac Hayes, Albert King, Ben Harper and the Innocent Criminals. You don't might not know all these guys. They're all from like the 60s. Johnny Taylor, Nathaniel something. Can't remember his last name. Booker T and the MGs. But they got bare songs that are like classic songs. You might not know the artist, but you know the song. You've heard it on adverts. You've heard it somewhere. Yeah. Anyways, cut the story short. Let's fast forward like 2 years after the open, right? 3 years after the open, because for the first year they were just putting out country music. Now they've got like at least 10 number ones under the belt. They was going crazy, but yet people in LA was looking at them like small fish, right? So they wasn't really taking their business seriously, blah blah blah. This, that, and the third. And then this white man Jim Stewart thought to himself, like, what can I do to, get our names out there? And not only that, make our artists so successful that we can't be ignored. So he meets this guy called Al Bell. Al Bell was a DJ in a radio station. So he's a promoter. He promotes music and shit like that. This was 50s, 60s, I think 60s, mid-60s, right? So when he meets up with Al Bell and they have a conversation, he's like, this is the guy. So Al Bell starts promoting all their artists. Starts getting every station in the West Coast. And first it was the East Coast. They went up to New York, Philly, all these places. All the DJs were playing all this shit. And how we did it was this. Because at first when they went up there, they was like, nah, we don't play now from the South. This is New York, blah, blah, whatever. But then what he did, which was genius in my opinion, was like, when it came to Christmas time, he realized that all they did on the radio, because all the normal DJs would be at home on holiday. So the interim DJs would just play all Christmas songs, and they didn't really care what songs. So it was just Christmas and loop. So he went to them and gave him a little under the table money and was like, play 1, 2, 3, 4 Christmas songs, and then put this nigga in, and then play another 1, 2, 3, 4, and then put this other nigga in, and blah, blah, blah. And then he did that, and then people started ringing the radio station like, what's that you lot just playing? Can you play that again? Like, I mean, fuck with the Christmas song,
Yeah.
but we want to hear that. So, anyways, they blew up in the East Coast now. Philly, I think it was Philly, Boston, and New York. So now the company is getting big and bigger and bigger. And then they signed Otis Redding.
The big dog.
The big dog. In fact, Otis Redding came to them because he heard them on the radio station.
Yeah.
In, I think it was Philly or New York or somewhere. Anyways, he heard them on the radio station. He came to them because at that time, this is mid-60s, by the way, all of the record labels wasn't promoting black music at all.
Okay.
It was just them.
Yeah.
And Otis was like, what the fuck? So he went down to, I think they're from Memphis. Went down to Memphis and was like, I want to get involved in this. At first, it was like, we don't know, we'll have to try you. But then that nigga go in the booth and started singing. It was like, brother, where can you start? Where can you start? Where can you start? Matter of fact, we got a post open up right now. So anyways, Otis did what he did. I'm paraphrasing a lot of this because it's like a 5-episode journey. Otis did what he did. He released his top hits, sold platinum records, blah blah whatever. Unfortunately though, his reign got cut short, and I didn't know this until I watched the documentary, because one time they was doing shows, they was on tour, and he went on his private plane actually, and the plane crashed. I didn't know that. He died in a crash.
Wait, who died?
Otis Redding.
Oh, okay.
And 4 other of the band members died in the crash as well. Only one person survived out of 6 people. But anyways, after that happened is when they released his biggest song, Sitting at the Dock of the Bay, watching the... Because everyone was mourning his death and whatever. Yeah. So they released that song, and that song went stupid crazy. So now the company was making mad bread off that. And the good thing that Stax did is that they paid their musicians very well, because they didn't have the big record company mentality at the time. Anyways, the story is not even getting deep yet. But this whole time, Al Bell is there, right? After Otis died, then things kind of went a little bit south, because now record labels were threatened by them, but they're also looking at them like, you lot have lost your main man, right? Can you imagine Isaac Hayes was an instrumentalist? Isaac Hayes was in all of those sessions, but no one knew who he was. No one knew his talent. He was just making songs for other artists. Like, he was playing the saxophone, guitar, whatever he needed to do, right? So they needed someone to be the frontman now, because Otis is dead. And Isaac was like, I mean, I got some stuff. Like, you might want to listen to this. And he played some shit. They're like, oh, we're looking to put out a lot of music. So if you can make a whole album, then they started doing the jam session. And they got other artists as well. They just wasn't a superstar like Otis was.
Yeah.
So they were thinking that the record label was going to go down, blah, blah, blah. Anyways, cut the story short, Isaac drops a banger. I think it was the Black Moses album. And then now Isaac is a superstar. So now he's replaced Otis, right? It's filled that shoe. And for the longest of time, they were on the top. They were at the top of the moon. So much so that after a few years, after Otis' album dropped, they decided, Al Bell, genius nigga, decided, yo, we need to take advantage of the fact that we're like the only black record label. Everyone else is just pushing white music. At the time, there was a director, I can't remember his name, wanted to make Shaft. Right?
The movie
Shaft. And then Al Bell went and saw him and was like, we can give you a soundtrack to this. You didn't have to pay us for it. All you got to do is make sure that the artist gets a percentage of the royalty and is credited for it so that he can win an Oscar.
Yeah.
So anyways, cut the story short from that. Isaac wins the Oscar. So now Isaac's stardom shoots even further up. So now he's going crazy. He was like, I didn't even know this either. Apparently, back then, Isaac was like Michael Jackson. I had no idea. But anyways, so they got Isaac on the roster. He's the like super duper star. They got other people as well that are doing good, but not on the level of Isaac.
Yeah.
And this is where they fucked up. Isaac was at the top of his game. And then Al was thinking, we've got the South, we've got the East Coast, but we still can't crack the West Coast. we need to do something big to make sure that we crack the West Coast as well. But the West Coast is where all of the big labels.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Guess what these niggas did? These niggas went and rented out the fucking Dodgers Stadium and put on a concert for 100,000 people. Do you know how they did that? They sold the tickets for $1 each.
This might be the most genius nigga. And that's the nigga that started the record shop.
No, that's the DJ nigga that broke them in the East Coast. Yeah. Because he went from being the promoter to then getting stocks in the company, because obviously he was making them blow like.
Yeah.
But anyways, he became like, I think he owned about like 40% of the company.
Yeah, he's practically a part owner.
Yeah, exactly. No, he was like co-owner. He was co-owner of the record label. And so they threw the concert. It was successful. It was massive. He said 112,000 people attended because the tickets were $1 each, right? And he said because they did it in a way where they promoted themselves as like the only black, or the only label where black people can come and thrive, and there's no racism, blah blah, just and the third. So black people loved it, and it was only $1, so it was like a no-brainer. There was no rioting, no nothing, because of one thing else that he did. The police was like, "Yo, you're about to run that in one of our biggest stadiums. We're gonna have to have police presence." And at the time, racial tension with the police, brutality and all that. Then he was like, "No, we're gonna hire our own security. It's fine, thank you." So whenever things wanted to get out of hand, the security handled it, but they didn't handle it in a way where it was gonna, cause niggas dying and all this shit. But anyways, it was a success, and it was huge. That's where he fucked up, because now Columbia Records, and I didn't know this either. There's a lot I learned from this documentary. At the time, Columbia Records was the Universal.
Oh yeah. From Columbus to Columbia. Columbus to Columbia.
I didn't know that. I didn't know that. So when they did this, and it was such a success, they released a documentary and everything, and Isaac Hayes had just won an Oscar as well. Then the nigga that was running Columbia Records was like, "Wait, hold on, who's them niggas over there? What? On our turf?"
Yeah.
This is what they did to this nigga. The CEO of the company, can't remember what he said his name was. Clive Davis. Clive Davis was the CEO of the company at the time. Right. He then reached out to Al Bell and was like, "Let's work out a deal, because we see you guys doing things, making noise, blah, blah, blah." And I think he might be in on it. But the way that they said the story, they're not sure if he was in on this whole plan. But anyways, I think he's in on it. When you hear the story, you're going to understand what I say. But anyways, they work out a deal because he gave Al Bell everything that he wanted. Majority percentage of profit share between Columbia and Stax at the time. Creative control for all their artists. They control their own finances and accounts and everything, all that. But anyways, everything that Al Bell wanted, he gave it to him. No questions asked, right? Tell me why 2-3 months after they signed this deal, this nigga gets fired.
Excuse me?
I'm telling you, that's why I think he was in on it. Because I'm like, wait, hold on, you're an old CEO. You get fired 2 months later.
Wait, who got fired? Al Bell?
No. This Clive Davis, the CEO of Columbia at the time.
Fired by who?
By the board of directors. He got fired. And they put the most racist nigga there.
Oh my God.
Now their problem starts. They call up Al Bell. "Yo, buddy, we was looking for your contracts. Would like to renegotiate." It's 2 months into the contract. 2-3 months. I think maybe 4 months at most, from what I remember. Into the contract. And Al Bell's naturally confused, like, "Yo, we just signed this deal, everybody's happy. You know what I mean? We're trying to blow up in the West Coast. We see you as a good partner, blah, blah, blah." Well, let me talk to Clive. What? Clive is not here anymore. Sorry. You're going to be dealing with me now. I'm the new CEO. Okay. Yeah, let's just, have a lunch, talk about where we can go from here. So they have lunch.
Pause. Don't tell me the new CEO is Jewish.
They have lunch.
No way! No way! You'd think it was planned. You think,
Bro, this whole story I'm about to tell you was a perfectly executed plan to destroy a record label.
oh my god.
They had lunch. Listen, they had lunch. This nigga go and tell our Bell, all right, so we're not happy with the percentages on the deal. We're gonna need to take a higher percentage than you guys because we're spending on this and spend. And our Bell was like, wait, no, we're spending on all that. It says that in the contract. We're gonna do our own financing, our own promotion. We just need you lot for distribution, and that's it. And he's like, oh, okay. So you're saying no to the deal? Albert was like, absolutely. It doesn't sound attractive at all. The deal that we had before is way more beneficial for us. So no deal unless you guys want to prepare something else. So the guy was like, okay, cool, all right, bet, no problem. Have a good day, man. 2 weeks later, Columbia Records artists are going on tour. And the promoters are calling around the record stores. Because back then, niggas had to go to the store and buy records.
Yeah.
Right? Calling around the record store everywhere they went. Mm-hmm. This is how powerful these niggas was. Calling around the record store like, oh yeah, our artist is about to come to this town. I hope you lot are stocked up because there are going to be people coming to the record store and buying records. Niggas in the shop was like, yeah, Columbia ain't sent us nothing still. They're like, what? What do you mean, Columbia? Alright, let me call you back. Call Columbia. We just spoke to the record store, and this has been like the 5th time now, and they said you guys haven't distributed any of the records, you haven't sent them nothing. Oh yeah, we just don't think that your music is, for that demographic. Everywhere? And the music that's already been selling.
Wait.
That's not the rest. Keep listening. That was the first plan of the attack, right? So they stopped sending their records to the shop where it could get bought. And there was demand for it, of course, obviously. And then this went on for the rest of Stack's for however long there was operating. This went on. Anyways, so now I know I've been talking for a little while, but the story is kind of long. So now they stopped giving their records because they control distribution, right? They stop giving their records to the record store, so they can't make money off the records. So now Columbia is calling them maybe like 4 months after this, but they keep doing the tours to make some money and shit like that. Keep taking these niggas from here to here to go perform, right? So Columbia calls them up and was like, "Yeah, your record sales have taken a dive. We're gonna have to cut. Listen, we're gonna have to cut some of your budget. So we need you to cut your staff in half because you guys aren't making. You're not making the money because you aren't sending it." Our Bell's going crazy. Obviously, he's, understandably upset because it's like, you lot are the one that's stopping us from making the money, and you're complaining that we're not making money. So he thought it was crazy. He tried legal route, obviously didn't work.
Wait, but I don't understand why the legal route didn't work. They're contracted to distribute and they were not distributing.
Brother, guess what race the lawyers are? And then it'll make perfect sense.
Was this the 60s and 70s?
Yes.
Bro, we can hire a white guy to shoot someone and he will never get caught. I don't understand.
Bro, the lawyers, the entertainment lawyers are in the pockets of Columbia Records. Let's just put it that way. But anyways, fast forward this like a year after now, right? Mm-hmm. Now the company is struggling because for a whole year, they haven't been sending records to record stores to go get bought by people. So they're starving the consumer basically. This nigga from Colombia gonna call our Bell and be like, "So you ready to sign that deal now?" And our Bell was like, thinking like a businessman, thinking, "All right, okay, let's have another lunch." So they have another lunch. Nigga's like, "Okay, cool. See the deal that we talked about before, that's off the table. Now we're taking more percentage." And he's there, like, confident, like, yeah, this nigga gonna sign now. We stopped him for a year. There's no way he's not gonna sign. And, in fact, we'd like to give you an executive role at Columbia Records. But your role will be going around to all the other black labels and telling them how great how great of a record label Columbia is to black artists. After a year of doing what they did.
Mm-hmm.
And you get to fly on the private jets, but you don't get to make any decisions. You get to fly on private jets, pay for hotels for you, buy a new house, but you give the control of Stax Records to us because I feel like we can take better care of it than what you've done the last year. That's what he said to him. Understandably, Al Bell.
At this cafe, there's no knives, forks.
If I was out, I'd have shot this nigga a long time ago.
Whoa.
A long time ago. But Al Bell is obviously level-headed man, businessman, whatever. He was like, okay, I'll think about it. So he leaves, but obviously he wasn't going to accept the deal. I think about it. So he leaves and then starts to like figure out another way for them to get financed. Now we get to the banking section, which is where you know this nigga's got so much power, right? The bank that they got loan from initially, from when they invested in New York,
Yeah.
and blown there, they got a $500,000, I think it was $500K loan from that bank and paid them back. Like I think 6 months after.
Mm-hmm.
Like this nigga was proud of that, and it was like for like a mainly black company to be able to pay the bank. The banks were excited, blah blah blah, and we did more business after that. But this time, when we were struggling for a year, we've been sending these niggas, we're sending them letters, and I even wanted to see the CEO to ask him for some more money to invest in the company and go a different route with more live shows, because that's how we're making all our money now, right?
Yeah.
Tell me why this bank turned around and was like, nah, you guys haven't been that good with the loans that we've been giving you. Now the tone has changed towards them. Fast forward a little bit further. I was still struggling, still trying to find money from somewhere. The bank gonna knock on the door. Yeah, the loan officer that gave you that loan all them years ago. Yeah, we caught him doing some fraud stuff, and I think he was doing it with you.
Mossad agents, dancing Israelis. Oh my god, I'm gonna get very racist very quick.
And now I was in court fighting not to go to jail
For what?
For fraud. This is what they charge him with: conspiracy to defraud the bank for 18 million.
But
he only got $500,000 and paid it back.
And I gave it back. So where's the 18 million?
That's what they charge. That's what they put in back. But this was the final blow, right? So now he's fighting that case, and the record label is getting ever broker on broker, right? Mm-hmm. And at this point, it's difficult to pay the artists. So some of the artists left. Difficult to play the musicians, instrumentalists. So some of them left. Secretaries, some of them left. Right? They was trying to kill this company completely. Fighting this case. 4 months into like going to court back and forth, them niggas from the bank show up with the police. Oh yeah, now we're filing. I can't remember exactly what was the use, but basically the nutshell of it is we're filing for you to claim that you're bankrupt now because you are bankrupt, and we'll be taking all your masters, please. And you have to sell it to this company. They did that. They took everything. They took everything in that building, repossessed everything in that building. He didn't even.
But he
file for bankruptcy. They made him file for bankruptcy. And bear in mind, this was the 60s in Memphis, Tennessee.
Yeah,
was very racist at the time. Made him file for bankruptcy, and as soon as they repossessed everything, he was acquitted in court.
There's no way they're not obligated to give everything back.
They did not give anything back. Talking about racism in America.
So who's taking the case today?
What do you mean?
Who's taking up the case today?
No one. No one. And that was the end. That was the end of the record label, bro.
Is Al Green still alive?
Al Green?
Sorry,
Al Bell. Yeah,
Al Bell.
Still alive. Yeah, still alive.
How old is he?
They didn't say it on the documentary, but he looked like he was in his 80s, 90s.
Bro, I need you to hold on for another 15. I got you.
Nah, bro. Nah,
that's insane.
Over.
That's insane.
Yep. That's how I felt watching it.
What's this? What's it called?
It's called Stacks.
On Netflix?
No, it's on HBO. HBO. Stacks. STAX. They killed that nigga. They gutted him in. And they started attacking him when his other... Because if you notice, the attack started when the other nigga, John Stewart, I think his name was, sold his share of the company. That's when they started attacking him. I was like, my jaw was on the floor. Pause. I was like, what? Do you know how many illegal things these niggas did just to get this nigga out of here? Watching that honestly made me really understand the music business and the music industry a little bit more. Because what? Anyways. Yeah, that's the story,
That's insane.
Yeah, that's the story.
Bruh.
And this was in the 60s. Imagine what UMG is getting up to in 2024.
Kanye was right, bruh. I just threw that out there. And it hit his big nose target.
Yeah, and guess who bought all the Stacks Masters?
Who?
Little people, man. The record labels. Oh, hold on, I had it bookmarked on my.
Bro,
on my
I just threw that out there and it hit his big nose target. Wow.
That's crazy. Oh shit! Hold on, let me find the name of the new label that bought all their shit.
That's insane, man.
Something like Phenomenal Records or something like that. Some unknown. Sound like they made the company up just so they could buy it. Just so they could buy the thing. And they've owned it ever since. Yeah. Whoa, that's crazy. That's the way it was called. You can't say that.
Sunny.
You can't say that. Damn, I had it here.
Bro, so everything that goes around comes around. Somebody's gonna do them niggas dirty, bro. The more I hear about them, the more I think that person's gonna be me.
Yeah, Concord Records. It's called. Yeah,
bro. Somebody needs to do them niggas.
Hey, man. The big power wins in the end. And to be honest with you, Al Bell kind of predicted his downfall. Because he said he felt the vibe that we was getting too big and we needed to protect ourselves, but we didn't think about it at the time because we were just, on top of our game. We were just celebrating every week.
Yeah.
Platinum records after platinum records every week. And my boy Isaac, like, almost touched 1 billion. Like, so niggas wasn't thinking. And yeah, crazy. Anyways, lost everything, man.
How many episodes was that?
5 episodes.
5 episodes. I'm gonna watch it.
All about like an hour long each.
I'm gonna watch it.
Crazy. Anyways, yeah. In light of that, the Kanye West album, the My Dark Twisted Fantasy that he signed for a fan and wrote "Fuck Adidas" is now being sold at auction, or it's going to be put up at, I can't even speak, at auction for $500,000.
Damn.
I think that's a coded message to Kanye West.
I don't think the fan is selling it. It's not the fan.
He's not taking all that money, but someone's already bought it off of him.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Yeah. Of course. Anyways, that's why I think as an artist you have to be very careful what you do in terms of like doing that. Don't do that because they're watching your every move.
Yeah.
Now they're gonna sell it for $500K, and then you're gonna get even more richer off of you being upset at them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But anyways, yeah. Shout out to Kanye there. Right. I mean, damn, that was depressing.
Dude, that was, bro. What the heck?
Let's play some good music. Let's play some good music so we can get our minds off of that for a second. Oh my God, I'm sorry guys, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to depress y'all. Shout out to Luther, man. He was the guy back then, bro. He was the man. The man. This nigga got a song called What's that song again? She's a super lady. You know that song?
I don't think I've heard that one.
Oh, this song is... Let me play that real quick. So, last one, and then we can move on. I'm going to fast forward this one because the part I like most on this song, this is A House Is Not a Home, is at the end. Whew, banger. Slow jams. By Kanye West. Oh, shit. I feel like playing that song now, but let's move on. We still got a part to do. But this nigga Van Dros... Yeah. Now I understand why Future called himself Future Van Dros. Yeah. This nigga, he's him. He was him for real. Yeah. Oh, damn. I can't believe I have to say this after all that goes by. but I'm not going to say it. Yeah, we'll keep it to the end. Roddy Ricch has got a new album coming.
Okay.
The Navy album. I'm excited to hear that. I hope he did all the soul searching that he needed to do.
Yeah, hopefully it follows the likes of Party Next Door and Bryson with the two banger comebacks.
Yeah.
Two banger comebacks.
I hope so as well. I hope so. Just for his sake, because Antisocial was too good an album.
Jesus Christ.
For him to just like not be able to produce nothing. Yeah. Like, come on, it makes no sense. You hear about the police officer?
This one.
Trying to arrested a bad thing.
Yeah, he got snaked. Nah, that's not even his fault. Like that.
Nah, you can't do that, bro. First of all,
bro, there gotta be perks of some jobs, bro.
Nah, you can't be fucking the criminal at the back of the police car.
Bro, she said she was trying to serve and protect.
You're supposed to be serving and protect. Not her.
No, she needed a service. He delivered it, and he protected himself.
No, he did not, because he had to lose his job. For you guys who don't know what we're talking about, this officer arrested this lady for committing a crime. I don't even know what crime she committed, but that's not important. She committed a crime. He arrested her. She was like, suck, you know what I mean? Fuck, free of charge. But he was like, alright, cool. Let's see what you're saying. She's in the back of the car, but he goes in the car, locks the door, forgetting that American police card, you can't open the back door from the inside because obviously they'll be putting the criminals in the back door.
Yeah.
So now Buddy's stuck in there with the criminal. So you had to ring someone from the station. Thought it was his man's, but really wasn't his man's because that nigga snitched.
Snitch.
Snitched on it. But that's funny though. Like, I think that's hilarious. And you should definitely lose your job if you're fucking criminal. You should.
Yeah, if you get caught.
No. If you, do you know what? If I was a police officer, I'll fuck her after I book her.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And if you don't want to fuck after that, cool. But I'm not gonna fuck you before you get booked. Now I'm risking losing my job because now it looks away. Now it looks like every person that I maybe arrest, if they got some money for me or some pussy for me, I let them go. That's what it looks like, and that's why you lost your job. Legacy, you can't think like that, bro. You're not supposed to be getting pussy from a criminal.
Yeah,
if
you're not
police.
supposed to.
I know, that's what makes it sweeter.
You're not supposed to.
I know, but
and women that go to the military aren't supposed to fuck the whole unit. But
yeah,
hey, man,
that's different, though.
How's that different?
No one's criminal. We all on the same side. We all on the same side over here. You know what I'm saying? If she was fucking Al Qaeda, then now it's like, yo, you might be giving them some of your secrets. That's what makes it like.
Okay.
If I was a chief of police and I hear one of my sergeants is fucking, nah, you're fired, bro. I don't care how good that pussy, you're fired. That's it. I don't care if it was Tiana Trump. I don't care, bro. I care. If Tiana Trump was the criminal, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I don't care if she was that bad. You're fired. Sorry. And in other news, the Pope was secretly recorded. You have to bleep this.
Oh my God.
Saying some homophobic slurs. So he was trying to defend the Catholic Church. Mm-hmm. This is funny. He was trying to defend their views on homosexuality.
Okay.
And then he was like, that's just some
2 hours and 18 minutes.
That's what the Pope said. And I'm with him. I'm joking. But my problem is this. I'm joking, by the way. I'm not with him. LGBTQIA. I love you guys. I love the community. Support the community. But my thing is this. How do you think the bishops feel hearing that?
That's some dark shit you just did. That's some dark shit you just did.
That's a legit question. I think they feel hearing you use those slurs to people in their community.
Same way they felt about the Like That record.
and they're not like us record.
Hey, man.
Oh shit, that's crazy. Hey man, shout out to the Pope, man. At least he's a real nigga. And he said it behind closed doors. Y'all shouldn't have been recording him.
Wait, but what was he saying though? Like,
they didn't release what he was saying, but they just said that they caught him using that word.
oh, that's right, man.
Yeah, but using that word, I don't want to re-say it because you have to bleep it. Using that word is kind of crazy though. The F word, really, in 2024?
Yeah, man.
Just use the G word, like, just use the actual word.
Nah, because...
Well, you needed to hit.
Yeah, it's not aggressive enough.
You know what's funny? What would have been hilarious is it was if he was talking to one of the bishops at the time. And it was like, man, that's some that would have been hilarious. But hey man, shout out to all the people in the LGBTQ community, man. But yeah, what other news do I want to mention? We're just gonna go through this real quick. Lizzo was featured on South Park. She wasn't featured, rather. Sorry. Have you seen the episode? Well, it wasn't an episode. It was a movie.
No.
The new South Park movie. It was about Cartman on Zempi. It was on Zempic, and these niggas in South Park are hilarious. So basically, the part where Lizzo was mentioned was, this is what they said: for the rich people, you get prescribed Ozempic, but for the poor people that can't afford it, you get prescribed Lizzo. Because if you take some Lizzo, you can be as fat as you want and not care about your health. That's what they said about Lizzo. She was a good sport about it. She released the response, but kind of seemed a bit cloud chasey. But I can't say that because they're the ones that use her name. So yeah, it is what it is.
I'm looking at her now, and she's losing weight because her face is a lot.
Hey man, that Zempi be on point. Anyways, what else do I have to say? Drewski is coming to London June 1st. A lot of you cloud chasers are going to be there. I'd love to see the videos from here. Should be hilarious. Ooh, click on, see the link with the Miguel. Click on that link. This is some of the toppest class of hate I've ever seen.
Oh my god!
Life.
No, you click it so you can play it.
Yeah.
I've seen
Yeah, that's true.
Bro, this is some hate.
Some great Hall of Fame type shit. These niggas was hating. Niggas heard this nigga voice and was like, "There's no way we making it."
This is the dude they bringing in.
So they're on a show.
Just seeing him come in, I was just like,
Hold on, they're on a show. This is an R&B group, and they try to replace one of the members of the group, and he's auditioning to be Miguel, who is now the Miguel that we know, is auditioning to be a part of this group.
Yeah.
And this is
the dude they bringing in to replace me. Just seeing him come in, I was just like, yeah, he's cool, but he's not Eddie B.
What did you record?
I did Will B. Yeah.
Wait, do you not hear it? It's Eddie B. Anyways, listen.
He recorded it on the John Lennon bus where we started.
I popped in this demo and it was our song, but it wasn't us.
Come whisper in my ear, tell me what your heart desires. Girl, I feel like you're the world.
That nigga sounded amazing.
It made me
I'm
wanna
sorry.
grow up. He's talented, but it's like Eddie's song.
Miguel's overconfident. Yeah, he's a great vocalist, but what the hell is he doing?
Huh?
Yeah, he has a beautiful voice, but I'm not impressed.
What? Yo.
That's some top class hate. What? Nah, Eddie B must have been fucking his
He
bitches.
was doing too many runs. It just ain't feel right.
It just ain't feel right.
Nah.
Nigga, that's because it's disturbing your evil black soul.
I think Eddie B must have some pull in the group Because all these niggas is capping to themselves.
Word.
What is you niggas talking about? And the part where the girl was like, but I heard it and it's our song. Nigga, he's trying to join your group.
Yeah.
What else do you want him to sing?
That's some hate, bro.
That's crazy. Well, his voice is beautiful, but like, I wasn't impressed. What? Now I see why y'all niggas didn't make it.
Word. All that hate in your heart was weighing you down.
Facts. Oh my god, that was funny. That was a hilarious clip. What else do I have here to talk about? Oh, rest in peace to Kabuso, man. Kabuso is dead. You know Kabuso? The Dogecoin dog. The dog in all the memes.
Oh.
Yeah, rest in peace. Died. I think he was 17 or something like that, man. He died. Rest in peace. Google AI mishap. That one is a little bit long, so I'm gonna keep it for next week. We're not gonna get to that today because we're running out of time. But this is one of the funniest, shortest text thread I've ever read on Twitter. The caption is "Niggas be too high," right? They texted this nigga, "We have your children," and he replied, "What are your demands?" And then replied, "Are you crazy?" Wait, hold on. This is the daycare. We close at 5. Come get your kids. Oh damn! I'm tripping. On my way.
What are your demands? Think of what this was taken. No, but the dickhead is insane for that. Why you started the sentence like that?
Because it's been way past their time. They're being closed. Do you remember what I said? We closed at 5. Come get these kids. Like, this nigga is just there, just getting high. Like, not even thinking about his kids. Some of y'all don't deserve to be parents. I'll be real. But anyways, that was hilarious. Samsung was throwing shots at Apple in a new advert. We'll get into it next week. It was featuring Jaden Smith. But the funniest shit that I read, 2 funniest shit. First one, North Korea and South Korea was beefing, right? And it's not what you think. So South Korea sent some leaflets across the border.
Yeah.
With like, fuck Kim Jong-un, you lot are being, what's the word? You lot being suppressed. You know, propaganda stuff, right?
Yeah.
And guess what North Korea did to respond? This, by the way, South Korea sent these flyers across the border with balloons because they
Wait,
can't
which Korea is the Korea that's locked up?
What do you mean locked up? Like under a dictator?
No,
North.
the one that we don't know nothing about.
North, yeah. That's the one that's under the dictator.
Oh, that's Kim Jong-un's side?
Yeah, North, yeah.
Who's South then?
South is them other niggas. You see when you see a Korean movie?
Yeah.
That's from South Korea. When you see all them K-pop niggas, that's South Korea.
Oh, I'll be seeing North Korea though.
No, you
I'll be
don't.
seeing Kim Jong-un.
Just Kim Jong-un.
Yeah, but the South, I don't know the South nigga. That's what I'm saying though.
Yeah, you do, man. Yeah, you do. All the K-pop niggas is from the South.
Yeah, but I don't know their leader.
You're not supposed to. The leader of the country is not supposed to be the most famous nigga from the country.
Yeah, but I know Sleepy Biden. I know Sunak. I know.
That's because you
Putin.
leave. That's because. Okay, I'm not going to say that else. But this is what North Korea did to respond. They took trash,
Yeah.
tied it to the balloons, and sent it back over.
Yeah, but there's no reason them niggas are locked up.
Now I'm saying the niggas that locked up did that. So this was Kim Jong-un's order to send the trash back over to South Korea. That's petty. And another funny thing that I laughed about was Man United last weekend. Man, this is all running and shit. This was hilarious. They won the FA Cup, right? Which I was surprised about because I was sure Man City was going to win that. I'm so happy I don't bet. Anyways, they won the FA Cup 2-1. And tell me why they're going to go celebrate. And they celebrated with I Show Speed because he's a fan, right? And the staff was mad that they released a statement because they wasn't invited to the party. Because they wasn't invited to the party, but they invited I Show Speed.
Wait, what staff? The stadium staff?
Yeah, like the staff. No, the staff that like take care of the footballers.
Oh no, I'd be mad.
That's why it's funny.
I'd be really racist.
That's why it's.
I'd be mad. I'd be vexed.
Y'all go invite this nigga?
This monkey.
You can't say that.
If you wanted somebody to dance, I could have stopped at the zoo.
You can't say that. You can't say that. But them niggas was pissed off that they released a statement. They was like, after working so hard for the whole year, we couldn't attend, but he could? Come on.
I'd be mad.
I feel them. But fuck Man United, man. And I think that's everything on the dial. Ooh, actually, before, it's not everything. One last thing. It's been more allegations. It's come out with Diddy. Fuck Diddy. I hope he ends up in prison. And we're just going to leave you with this before I close this out real quick. There was also, apart from the allegations, there's like 2 or 3 more allegations that come out. Like, you know, women suing. All models, all been promised this and that. And to cut the story short, there was another one where it was a male sex worker or something like that. And there was another person where he broke a chair over their head at a wedding. This nigga was just wilding for like 30 years, and all these niggas was acting like they didn't know about it. Can you imagine? Anyways, and now the feds are piping up their investigation. Let's listen to Elizabeth Wagmeister.
Since November, you'll probably remember that Combs has been named in 8 civil lawsuits, 7 directly accusing him of sexual assault. CNN's Elizabeth Wagmeister has all of this new reporting for us. Elizabeth, what more are you learning?
Good morning, Kate. So this is obviously the biggest escalation since those March raids on Diddy's homes in Los Angeles and Miami. We are now hearing that federal investigators are preparing to possibly bring witnesses in front of a federal grand jury in New York City. What we have heard is that possible witnesses have been notified that they could be called to testify. Now, sources do caution that investigators are still in the process of gathering information. In fact, they are still calling in new witnesses, and they have called in some witnesses multiple times. We also hear that the majority of the accusers who have filed these civil lawsuits against Sean Diddy Combs have been brought in for questioning, and again, some of them being called in numerous times. We hear that many are cooperating and even handing over evidence that they feel could be relevant into this federal probe. Now, a spokesperson for Homeland Security did not respond to our request for comment about the presence of a grand jury, but they did confirm that this investigation is presently ongoing.
And Elizabeth, what are you learning about the evidence that investigators could be reviewing here?
So, as I mentioned, those federal raids that were conducted on his homes back in March, obviously a lot of people wondering what was seized. Well, we are learning now that federal investigators are in possession of video footage that was taken inside of Combs's residence. We hear that these investigators have been contacting individuals that they have seen on this footage. One person, in addition to the accusers who have filed these civil suits, is a male sex worker. That is what a source tells me, and that they have been brought in for questioning through these federal investigators. Now, when the raids first happened, we had a law enforcement source tell us at CNN that the investigation was largely based in sex trafficking, which is what HSI specializes in. Now we are hearing that that scope has been widened, and that investigators are really looking into all of these claims put forth in these civil lawsuits. That would include not just sex trafficking, but also money laundering and illegal drugs. I have a source who tells me, quote, this is much bigger than just these lawsuits.
They got him. Yeah.
Sounds like much more to come.
Yeah,
Elizabeth, thank you very much for your continued great reporting on this. Still ahead.
Yeah, fuck that nigga. Look him up. Throw the keys away. I don't care. And for all of you pissed DV apologists, or whatever the word is, sympathizers, you lot can go with him too. We don't need niggas like you walking around. Kendrick already said it. Freaky ass niggas need to stay their ass inside, and I think that inside needs to be a prison. You know what I'm saying?
I think niggas like you should die.
Facts. Anyways, so that's that on that. You're doing the outro, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Thank you guys. Oh yeah. I had a clip of the week as well, but we ran out of time. I'll keep it till next week. But this clip is hilarious. But we've had enough hilarious for today. So I'm gonna let Legacy just see us out, man. Thank you.
I do have a clip of the week that's relevant to the last topic that we did.
If you want to play it, go ahead.
Yeah, I'll play it real quick for the people then.
Relevant to the last topic as in Diddy?
Yeah.
Okay.
Could you move my headphones a bit? A bit more? Yeah. No? Yeah. It's fine. As I prepare this, just remember to like, comment, subscribe.
Yeah, man.
Hit the notification bell.
Yep. And thank you to all the return listeners, guys that are now tapped into our podcast. Don't be shy, man. Send us a message, whether it's on YouTube comments or on our Instagram or Twitter. We got a new Twitter account now. Talking the Hard. Talking the Hardest was gone, so that's just Talking the Hard. Sounds like a porn Twitter account. But it's just Talking the Hard. Without the EST at the end. Yeah. But yeah.
Here's my clip of the week. Oh.
Where is it? I think you got the thing. Yeah. You got the thing.
Theory. If Diddy did diddle dudes, how many dudes did Diddy diddle?
According to my calculations, if Diddy did diddle dudes, Diddy diddled over 1 billion dudes.
Oh, damn, does that mean Diddy's getting his doodle did?
Oh, most definitely. If Diddy's found guilty, Diddy's definitely getting his doodle hole diddled by dudes with large diddles.
Oh, Diddy done did it now.
Oh, just to let you not know, Diddy Do It coming out soon on Netflix.
Hey Siri, if Diddy diddle dudes, how many dudes did he diddle?
That's crazy.
Hey man, let's get out of here. It's been a fun, exciting episode.
Yeah, man.
We kept the screaming to a minimum.
Yeah, we did.
I'm sure you guys are happy about that. And let's call it a wrap, man.